Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Oh, I'm here. Hey, hey you. You are two seated and you're going to have to wait a little bit because we're going to wait for Helen. At least a little bit, we're going to see. I don't know if she tells me how much time she needs. Because she's like, I'm going to be late, I'm so sorry. I'm like, Bessie, it's fine. It's fine, it's all good. We can chat a little bit before I start. That's pretty fine. Yeah. She's supposed to be here. She's supposed to be here. God. I have, yeah, it's going to be fun. No, not in person, not in person. No, not in person. In chat. Okay, she's going to be here in 30 minutes. I'm not going to wait for 30 minutes, but because I'm not to the point where I can just talk with chat for 30 minutes without starting stream. But good to know. But she'll see some of it. It's fine. Yeah, we can chit chat a little bit. We'll chit chat a little bit, and when I am always talking with you, Tseke, and then I'll closely go to it. I'm always a yapper for 20 minutes. Yeah, that's good. But also, like, it's I feel like it's easier when you have more people because some will react to some stuff, some won't react to some stuff, so you can kind of go through. So it's easier. I have put my little, like, for tomorrow's stream to continue the portrait, I've put the colored pencils I've started to use all in a little bundle. It looks like a skin color bundle because it's mostly all like beige and pinks and corals because that's the colors for that picture. And I was like, oh, I don't need the hair tie around my wrist anymore because I cut my hair, so perfect. So prepared always. Yeah, because I was kind of like falling everywhere, so I was like, maybe do that. It's fine because I like always lost my hair ties or broke them. I broke like all the hair ties I had before having long hair have broke. And I just got a little pack of them. There's like 5. There's just like 3 of them in my bathroom, 1 here. So it's fully fine. Like, I feel like it's not the worst. I fucking hope. Wash them. If you have some in your fucking, wash your chopsticks. Wait. Here. Also, there's the easiest fucking thing to wash. Like, you have no excuse. You go, it's fucking fine. Like, it takes 2 seconds to wash them. It's not like a bowl or whatever. They're Totoro. They're Totoros. It's Antoine that gifted them to me because he bought a pack of it won't focus on it. He bought a pack of a bunch of Totoro chopsticks, and when we moved, he gave everyone 1 pair. Hello, Juno. How are you doing? I mean, are you doing better, rather? Did the nap help? Are you feeling a bit more awoken? God, I got so annoyed earlier for no reason, because basically, she's a female in the new trailer. And I didn't look in the description at all. And I usually don't watch the trailers, but I look at them like a little bit because they're like usually for new illustrations or for events. And there's a new event. There's going to be a new event. And it was just like a guy with his hand like this on a motorbike. And it had like leather fingerless gloves and a leather jacket. I was like, is it going to be my boy Marius? Is it going to be my guy? Is it going to be my guy? Talking of, I just realized I forgot to put them in the Blorbo. Wait, I'm going to get PNGs. I'll be right back. I was like, is it going to be my guy? And I knew I forgot some. And it wasn't. It was fucking Luke. And I hate Luke. I hate Luke so much. So much. And I was like, what do you mean it's not Marius? It would have been perfect for Marius. And no. It was fucking Luke. And I am so annoyed. And R10 2, R10 wing. The first picture I find when I typed Artem Wing is him going so funny. Like him being like genuinely shocked. This man is so gay. That's him just doing a fucking Dyson. That's not Artem. Why are you here? Artem Wing is a picture of Vin. Fuck you, Vin. I hate you. I actually don't care for him that much. I don't hate him. He's just weird. There's something weird about him. There's something so weird about him. Okay, I should stop just scrolling through the pictures and just take the random first one I see. Which one did I see that was I get fine? This one's fine. Okay. Save image. Save. And then I go back into the tier list and I will add them in. Choose files. Where are you? One is here. And the other one is here. Perfect. Can I still like do my stuff? Yeah, okay, great. I knew I was going to forget. Yeah. Yeah, you got your fucking chopsticks. I mean, worst case scenario, you could have always eaten them with a fork. That's fine. I do that sometimes. But yeah, I was so annoyed it was Luke. I don't care that it makes sense that he has a motorcycle, a helmet, and like gloves. And it makes less sense for Marius to have them kind of. It fits his theme more. I was annoyed. And also it was announcing a Luke event and I was like, yes, we had the rotation of the 4 guys, so it makes sense we go back to Luke, but I don't want an event with him. This is sad. You don't have a fork? Oh, no, you did that once on the go. You're really living the struggler lifestyle, but not in a good way. From school. I've had times where I forgot to bring things, I'm sure, but I haven't done that. I don't know what I did. I mean, it depends what you're eating. Sneezing, so I'm going to do this and mute myself 2 seconds. Here we go. God, since we're in between like fried noodles with chicken or something. Yum. Since like right now the seasons are going back forth because it's going cold, warm, cold, warm, cold, warm. Like it is 22 I think right now. Yeah, it's 22. It's 20 right now. It was 22 earlier. It's going to be like 31 in the middle of the week and then it goes back to the 20s. That's how I get sneezy and everything. So it's, I just want, give me the weather that it's like right now. Wind, it's 20 degrees, that's perfect. Just do that. We didn't have rain though. Yeah, humid sucks. That's very true. But yeah, I wish it would just stabilize. I know it won't because, you know, that's a whole issue with the climate crisis, but yeah. That would be fun. But yeah. Because like I saw people not yesterday but the other day, someone talking on climate change and being like, hey, right now in France it's like 30, like it's 30 degrees in places, it's almost 40 in places. It's not supposed to be this. We're supposed to be like 10 degrees less. It should be 26 at this place right now. And people in the comments be like, 26 is fucking cold, 30 is perfect, how dare you. It's like, that's not what matters. Who cares? That's not the matter is not that you like when it's this degree. The thing that matters is when hi Helen, that's not 30 minutes. The thing that matters is that it's too warm. If you want somewhere that's warmer, move somewhere else. That's fully fine. You're allowed to not like how cold it is in France. But don't be like, oh well, I actually prefer when it's warmer, so I don't care that the planet is dying. Like, like where I am in the north of France, it's supposed to be, I think, like 22 max in August, and we're getting to 31. Like, this is an issue. You're working home? I see. Yeah, the dick measuring of temperature. But it's not even like the dick measuring in the sense of like, it's warm here, it's cold here. It's like the dick measuring in the sense of like, oh, I think my preferences would be better than yours. It's not people saying, oh, that's too warm, that's too cold. It's more like them saying, no, we should stay with the temperatures we have right now because those temperatures are better. Which, like, no, that's not how that goes. That's not how that works. In other news, though, I'm almost done with my scenarios that I'm writing during the writing streams. I just need to do the end. Like, I've written the thing, and I just need to do the end, and I need to just do it. Like, I have my bullet points, and I have this, because all that's been written. So I just have this and this. Those are bullet points, so it's not that short. And then I'll be fine. So probably next writing stream I'll be finished, which is really exciting for me. To finish the second version, then I can send it to the friends. But yeah, so but I'm scared that like I won't use up the 3 hours, but that's fine because like even if I don't, I can just like I'll reread for the rest of the time probably. And like correct stuff, because some parts of course I have rewritten, so I haven't reread since I've written them. Like I almost doubled the amount of pages that scenario was, so it makes sense. But yeah, God, I'm going to put my phone away because people are talking. It's distracting me because I'm keep seeing the phone flashing. But yeah, if Aiden's here, we can start. We can start if Aiden's here. I mean, I wasn't going to wait the 30 minutes, but yes. Let's go. Am I on the right page? Yes, I am. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to put my... Who dares speak? Why are you sorry, Juno? What's happening? Oh, wait. Also, I wed 2 of my Sims earlier today. I was very happy about that. I did the most fuck-ass wedding ever, but it was a gold wedding, so I don't care. So. Oh, no, Juno, you're fine. Do continue. It's just me. My ADHD can't... I can't keep myself from watching stuff with my ADHD. Yeah, basically I didn't understand that I was saying that the wedding... where the wedding was going to take place was going to be the house they were in. It makes sense for them to have a house wedding. I don't think they would have, but in like the story, it makes sense for them to have one though. But then they were just in the house. And I was like, okay. And like the wedding started super late in the day. I make it start at like 3 p.m. because I didn't understand it was going to make me start the wedding. And so they were still, like, they got married at, like, midnight. Because one of my Sims was getting annoyed that the wedding was taking too long. Yeah, it was a full mess, but it was very fun to do. And because those characters are not wed in the comic, but are, like, in my story. But, I wanted to wed them because that was, like, for the, like, soulmates, thing for one of my Sims, because her thing was... Like, I gave her that trait as, like, the main thing. So her thing was, like, marry a BFF. And I was like, oh, let's do that. It didn't seem funny. Who do you want to wed? Who do you want to be wed? No one's having anything. Oh, maybe if Helen's Sim end up... But I don't know if she would want to marry her Sim. With the ghost. With the ghost girlfriend. No, your Sim is not marrying anyone. Okay. Okay. So. My Sim would make the most sense, but we don't have an Oak Sim. I don't know if Helen wants to add one. Like, because I like the dynamic also with only being friends, you know. Well, whatever. So the categories are I am unwell. So the Blorbos. For people that don't know what Blorbos are, basically it's a character that is incredibly special to you and you feel a specific bond to. It doesn't have to be a romantic thing, it doesn't have to be a simping thing, it doesn't have to be any of that. It's just a character you feel very, very attached to, and usually you're obsessed with. The top category is the top category. So, those categories are not going to be categories as like best to worst. They are just categories about the kind of Blorbos they are, because they are clearly all very special to me. So I can't grade them on which is the best, because I love them all. It would not work. They would all be in the top category. So the categories are D does not mean anything in this context. I just did not get rid of the line because I didn't know how to do it. The categories are I am unwell, meaning when I explain the character, I understand that people are side-eyeing me for saying that they're my Blorbo, but that's okay. Yeah, I know, but yeah, whatever. A baby must protect is most of the characters that are going to be kids or minors, or like characters that I care deeply about, and I'm like, I must protect you. Usually these are like characters that are younger than me. I'm like, I must protect you. Because the characters that are like this, but are adults, usually then go in the literally me category, which is characters that I kin a lot. Yeah, yours would all be in I Am Unwell, I agree. Literally me, which I feel like I Am Unwell and literally me are going to coincide a lot together. Because they usually go together. Yeah, there's characters, because a lot of my Blorbos are characters that I kin deeply. And I'm like, this is just me. I feel like them. And then we have on the line, which are going to be characters that I love a lot. Oops, sorry. I love a lot, but I haven't really cared for them in a while. So I don't know. They're still in my heart, but like, do I care that much anymore? Is the question. I didn't put a simp line because, yeah, I could have, but you know. I'll see if I feel the need to. Before we start, I'm going to go to the bathroom really quickly. Should have... Yeah. And I'll be right back. I'm going to put the sensor screen like this, so you can look at the people and see if you guess everyone. Have fun. Some of them are... The people that you don't recognize are usually done by me. Not all of them, but some of them. Because, yeah, all the characters that don't have official arts of them, it's all fan art or whatever, I took fan art that I did of them, because I don't, like, we don't take art and don't credit in this house. fuck are you talking about? Wait, I'm putting the sensor back how it should be for next time I need it. There we go. The fuck you talking about? Yeah, I told you, like, the picture I chose for Carmi is like him crying in a corner, and it's really good. And if a robber enter chat right now, I would be the only line of defense, but I have been stripped of my service weapon. This is so sad. You're not alone, it's fine. No one's coming here, it's fine. You're safe. Okay. So, we don't have that many characters, but I have plans for when we finish this, because this is not going to take me 3 hours. So it's fine. I have a surprise. That's probably not that exciting, only to me, but you know. Let's start. First, oh, it's so fucking warm. Sorry. First, we have Art Donaldson from the Challenges movie. This is a new addition to this list. This character, for people that have not seen the Challenges movie, he is a bisexual bottom. He has a lot of dependence issues. You're not Patrick. DK, you're not Patrick. I love them three as well. I only put Art, but honestly, the relation of the three together is really the Blorbo in itself. Out of the three? Yeah, out of the three you are Patrick, but you're none of them. You don't really fit with any of them, I think. Because, like, out of the three I would probably be Art, but I don't think I'm Art-coded that much. But yeah, he's extremely dependent. Extremely, needs to bring... I'm going to rephrase my sentence. I'm not that submissive. I agree, I'm not that submissive. But out of the three of them, you know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing. We're not them, but also out of the three of them, it would be them. Which is funny, because you're blonde and I'm black hair. He, has, like, he... Okay, I'm going to not rephrase it because I can't think of another way to say it. He likes to be of service to others. A bit too much. He's very much a follower. Yeah, ships that are Blorbos combined. I mean, have you seen... Yeah. I couldn't separate them. But yeah. He's great. He's also, usually when people watch the movies, they're like, oh, he's the good one. That's not the case. Yeah. I'm also thinking of them as like the relationship of the three of them. Helen is Tashi because she's the goddess too. I agree. Helen has to be Tashi. Because she also... I'm not saying that, that's too mean. I can't say stuff about my friends. No, I'm not saying that. She could. Out of all the friends, it would make sense that Tashi would be Helen because businesswoman core. But yeah. I'm also thinking of the relationship of the three of them, which is a relationship that's very much, for once in the fucking life, a romantic triangle. Because all of them are... No, it's not even a triangle. It's not a triangle. It's just... I mean, it's a triangle, but with arrows going in every sense of the term. Like, everyone's attracted to everyone kind of energy. They're extremely all dependent on each other, and anytime a duo forms and it's not a trio, it does not work. And that's the whole thing with challengers, is they have to be a trio or it will not work. And they refuse to be a trio because polygamy is frowned upon, and so... and so they're not. And so it keeps fucking up. A real triangle. They are a real triangle. So, here we go. It starts well. He's in between those two, honestly. He's in between a baby must protect and I am unwell, but I feel I am unwell is a bit more for this one, because it has the whole challenges within it, and not just him. Then, we have this. This is supposed to just be Emmett. I love Elle, but this is only Emmett. Because, you know, I am a Kenny first and foremost. So Emmett from Legally Blonde. I'm speaking specifically the musical. I have not watched the movie. I will not watch the movie. So Emmett in Legally Blonde is this hardworking guy who is student teacher, assistant teacher at Harvard Law School, and when Elle arrives, he gets absolutely fucking swept off his feet. He becomes really good friends with her. He tutors her basically and helps her to become more serious in her studies, and he fully sweeps for her, like fully falls in love hardcore, head on the floor, got knocked over by a bus. But it's a double-decker bus. And so he fully falls in love with her, but also becomes kind of her best friend and loves having her as his best friend. Like, it's not interested. He just learns to love her and is extremely like falls in love in the process by just learning to know her. He's also a very hardworking guy. He's also he has a chip on his shoulder, and he also stands up to his superior when he ends up being a sexual assaulter. And yeah, he stands up to him and helps his wife win the divorce when he gets divorced. So it's great. He's certified lover boy. Love him so deeply. Also, he is Christian Bale. I agree. And I identify way too much with his character. When I watch Legally Blonde, it's one of those things I watch, I'm like, yes, this is me. But yeah. I mean, I wish I was as hardworking as Emmett, but you know, Emmett Forrest. He's a cutie all over. Literally me. You need to stop just saying words. It's okay. He's a canard. I mean, a little bit. But the issue with canard is that, like, it's just kind of like a negative term. It's seen as a negative term. And, like... Yeah, I told you what it meant. I didn't tell you to use it against people. Then we have... Anakin Skywalker. Yay! Oh, I'm going to move you because you're too close to your bestie. I'm going to put you here. Anakin Skywalker. Is it S term? Do you know Anakin? Is it S term? Yeah, for Twitch reasons for sure, but like, I don't remember what it is. I don't know what the S term is, bestie, I think. DM me the S term, I'll tell you. I open and just clips, great. Yeah. No, because I'm not saying it since you're telling me Twitch doesn't like it. The S term has sometimes positive, like, has been used for positive stuff. Like, I would say M1 for sure. Canard is only used negatively. That's the thing. Pretty much. So Anakin. My boy, my love. He's... I misread. I read. I would use it nonetheless. I would use it less. Yes, that's for sure. Star Wars era, baby. Yes, I am getting back into Star Wars. It fucking sucks. I will watch Clone Wars and fall in love with Anakin all over again. It fucking sucks. Anakin Skywalker. I am only talking of Anakin Skywalker. I'm not talking of who he becomes. I think one of the reasons, by the way, that people hated the trilogy so much, the Star Wars fans that hated the trilogy so much, one of the reasons they hate Anakin so much is, I know they love him, of course, because I think one of the reason is because he's a guy that shows feelings. He's fully in love with his girlfriend and just wants to be a male wife. Yeah, he sex but I'll be in it with Juno, which is always, as always, lovely. Can't wait to watch more with you. It'll be fun. Yeah, I think it was like they went, oh, we have this dark, cool ass villain that's a parallel to Hitler. Let's make it a sweet male wife. It's like, yeah, 3 out of 3 girlfriend guys, and there's more in this list. I am through and through. Wait, out of them, who are girlfriend guys? I mean, partner guys, because some of the people in there are also just not in a relationship with women, or also, yeah. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 5. No. 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 Kind of, but not really, so no. No, no. 6. No. 7. I'll count them as 7. 8. 9. 10. I mean, kind of, but same. It's not official, so. 10. 11. No. 12. Huge 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. No. 19. No. 20. 21. 22. And no. I mean, kind of. So we have 22 adjacent out of like 29 people. I mean, Carmi is the antithesis of a girlfriend guy. He could be, listen to me, he could be if he wanted to. But the trauma keeps him from it. He needs to unleash the potential for the girlfriend guy. And all of the people that I've said, and most of the people that I've said no to, either is because they don't have like partners or like people that they could be partners with in the media that they're from, or honestly they kind of are, but it's not explored, and medias don't let them be gay. Because I'm sorry, but those two, also Charon with Hermes could be fun thing. Apollo could be. He has the potential for it, I think. But yeah. The thing for sure. Yeah. I mean, I wanted to say, I mean, I'll say it for the other one, but it kind of counts for this one as well. You will see themes. I am aware of them. I know. I self-reflect often. I am extremely aware. Worry not. If you think you're discovering shit, I know. So yeah, Anakin is just this very sweet, filled with love guy that just wants to be able to love his girlfriend, and the society tells him, fuck you, you're not allowed to, which I think is extremely gay. He also is played by Hayden Christensen, which he is so pretty. This man is so pretty. This man is so pretty. And at the end of the day, he is very much a victim of Palpatine. And was kind of, I don't know if groomed would be the right term to use for what happened to him. But something, he was manipulated for sure. At the end of the day. And it really, like, just was the story of a kid who fell in love, wanted the best for everyone, and got fucked by all sides and ended up with nothing. Well, you can say groomed for the position he ended up inhabiting. Yeah, for sure. Because, like, I'm saying, like, I can't remember, like, I haven't seen the trilogy in a very long time. I'm going to rewatch it probably soon, but I haven't seen it in a very long time. So that's why I don't remember exactly what happened, so I don't want to, like, assume. Also me when Mr. Running the Opal. Yeah, they have the same character. He is done, I'm 100% sure he's done after Paul. Like, they are the same character. It's like, it's the same, like, doom, which I love in stories, like the doom approaching and you can't stop it kind of thing. I don't care much for Dune, but I do love those themes. I'm going to stop. I don't know if you can hear me playing with the little, like, 3D printed lizards. Can you hear me do, like, little... Or is that fine? Because I don't want it to be annoying. You can hear? Okay. I'm going to put it back. But yeah. Anakin is very much all three of those. I am unwell, a baby, and I must protect him, and literally me. Literally me, I think slightly less, because I don't think I have that much hunger issues. At least not in those ways. I'll put him in I am unwell, I think. Because I've seen people judge others for simping for Anakin, so... Also, he's so pretty. He's so fucking pretty. Doesn't help. Doesn't help that he's so pretty. So, then we go to Link. I really chose the best. It's because I had it already in my iPad for the ref for the Link drawing I did for the stream last time. Because it shows the arm nicely. But yeah, Link. I'm speaking of specifically Link in Tears of the Kingdom because I have not played any other Zelda game. I mean, kind of also Link in Breath of the Wild because they are the same character. And I know of him. I know of what happens in Breath of the Wild even though I haven't played it. But yeah, I'm speaking specifically of those Links more than the other Links. But all Links are kind of similar, so... You know, they're kind of all... They're not the same person, but they are the same character. Yeah. So... Link. He's just a silly little guy. He's just... I hate those terms for a lot of things, but like for him it just fits. He's just this guy that in that specific universe, in that specific version, wants to become a royal guard, gets this like soulmate link with the princess. Because I don't care if you ship him with Zelda or not. I personally don't ship him with Zelda that much. I have other ships, but they're still soulmates. Whatever happens, like even if they're not shipped romantically, they still have that soulmate link to them, and they just connect really nicely, which I love. And he's just extremely beloved by everyone. He's the hero of Hyrule after all, and he just is also like the definition of try hard, because like he does try again and again and again until he gets it right. He got his strength via training and not by magic thing. Like he's a trained knight. Like it is literally his training. Even though he has, he's like has easy things within it. Like he has stuff that comes to him more easily. I'm guessing he is still like just like the whole thing with Link is that it's always a guy from Hyrule called Link that becomes the hero, but it's just at random, so he just happened to be that one. I saw someone make a joke one time about like people calling their kids Link, hoping they'll be the next Link in Hyrule. Like the Link, and that's always funny to me. But yeah, and in this specific version, he saves Zelda in both times, and yeah, so he just is a very soothing character as well. Yeah, good luck with that kid's name, Link. He's just a very soothing character. He's very calm. I love the logic behind him not speaking, and why they did it in those games. Like they usually don't really explain it, but in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, they kind of do explain it, which I think is really nice. Also, he's stylish. He's very gay. Everyone wants to be here with him. He's the... Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild could be a harem anime for Link. Like, honestly. Gods. And he's the kind of characters, everyone love him, but you understand why. Like, it's like, yeah, of course everyone would love that guy. But yeah. The thing is, right, for that specific... I have to put him in the baby I must protect because it would be wild to say that simping or like having Link as a Blorbo is meaning you are unwell. I keep saying simping, but I don't simp for everyone in this list, just so we're clear. it would be wild to say I'm unwell. He's also not me. Must protect in a way because he does have so much happen to him, poor little guy. But I wouldn't say he's a baby, and I think he would protect me better than I would protect him. But I feel really bad for him for a lot of things that I won't say because there are spoilers. But I love him. He's the best little guy. Talking of little guys, welcome Apollo Justice. You are not fine. The joke to that is that Apollo Justice spends the full games that is in screaming, "Hi, screaming! I am Apollo Justice and I am fine." He's not. He is not. He isn't. He's not okay. He does his best. He's a little guy. So Apollo Justice, I won't be able to go in as much depth as I wish because Zeke is here and I want him to experience the story of Apollo Justice. But let me just say that with the 6 main games of the Ace Attorney series, they managed to pretty much give him shit that we know what happens in his life through when he's born to when we play the games. We pretty much know the whole life story. Hi Helene! I've just put Art, Anakin, Link, and Emmett so far. Yeah, I went really slow. I took my time. Hilinela, et c'est la meilleure. Oh, I should have spoiled shit with Link because I kept myself in case you were listening. And I'm explaining that like for Apollo I won't be able to no bestie, don't be sorry, it's fine. It's like I'm not going to speak about Apollo too much because like I was saying, I know because of how much they put in his lore, because they kept rewriting it. His life is shit pack full of stuff from his birth to it's the last game we got, so which is sorry, Spirit of Justice. We have his full life. We know what's happening. So it's very easy for me to have gotten extremely invested in that little guy. Let's just say life keeps shitting on him and he keeps having to come up with new things. He has like 20 found families, 20 new families and stuff because of what happened in his life. All of them has issues, and that's great. He loses one each game, so that's amazing. And I am extremely proud of him and where he is at the end of the last game. So proud of him. He has a beautiful boyfriend called Clevy gave in. They went, we're going to make one character arc, and the character arc is going to be Apollo. Is it that half of the thing that they gave was because they wanted people to forget about the Apollo Justice game because it didn't sell well? Kind of. I don't care. That's my favorite game. My 2 favorite Ace Attorney games are Dual Destinies and Apollo Justice. I feel extremely strongly about this little guy. He is, for people that have played Ace Attorney, he is very similar to Phoenix. They are the same kind of character. It makes sense. But they're not exactly similar. And I don't know why. There's just something about Apollo that I'm just that Phoenix does not have, and I wouldn't be able to explain it. He is, maybe I think he's a bit more sarcastic and a bit more on the nose, and he does have like a mentor relationship with Phoenix that Phoenix does not have because his mentor dies at the first case of the game. But yeah. I love Apollo very, very much, and he is one of my favorite fiction characters of all time. I will have to say, there's only 2 Ace Attorney characters in this list. I have more characters in Ace Attorney that I am obsessed with. That would be pretty much almost all of the characters of the Ace Attorney series. Almost all of them. I cannot put all of them in this list. Therefore, I have put 2. My 2 favorites, which are Apollo and Godo over here. But yeah. I love him very, very much. He means a lot to me. I need him to be okay, and I know that he is now, and I'm happy about it. I don't know if I can say anything else. I also really love his power within the games, because each attorney that you play has a different like power that you can use in court, which makes the game play fun, because you're not doing the same gameplay from game 1 to the game 6. Sorry. That's quite good. And his, I do really like. I think it's annoying to play, probably, like playing wise, compared to maybe Athena's or Phoenix's. But I personally do really like it, because I am a watcher and not a player. I will say I am Manuel, not because of the character. Not because of the character. But because I am unwell every time I think of him, because of the point that I am obsessed with him. So yeah. I have too much love for him. Also, if anyone knows this picture, they will know that I cut out, because this picture is so funny. Here says Mitsurugi Miles, and here says Phoenix. But Phoenix is being a Chad, which is hilarious. He's just like laid back with a fucking cup of tea. And he's just being like a pretty boy. And then just up in the corner being like, oh! It's so funny. Yes. Which I would like to say that my logic for like him being unwell because I'm unwell every time I think of him doesn't make sense, because that's pretty much me when I think of all of these characters. But I don't care. It's okay. Zachary Ezra Rollins. So, he is the main character of a book called The Starless Sea, which is in this bookshelf over here. I have talked of this book many times now. I love him to bits. He is a young guy that is doing a master in computer... No. Not computer engineering. In, I have it written. He's a media college student. That's the thing. He's a media college student. So he does a lot of things around video games. He studies video games a lot, and he is a book nerd, and he loves reading, and he keeps going to his college library to get books to read and stuff. He is gay. He does, I think, drinks with his friends at the bar sometimes. He's a very lonely person. He doesn't have many friends, but he does have a few that he's really close with, if I remember well. And he gets embarked on this beautiful adventure that happens within the Starless Sea, because he finds this book that he goes to the library to get, and he realizes that this book tells a story of him as a child that has happened to him, and he gets entailed in this whole story, wondering what the fuck, why am I in this book from before I was born? And therefore his journey begins, and I love him to an unhealthy amount, mostly because he is, I wish I was him. I want to be him, deeply. Because, first of all, he lived basically my dream in visiting the Starless Sea, because the Starless Sea is just a dream place for me. I identify an unfair amount to him, and him and his boyfriend are absolutely adorable. So, I don't have any more thing to say, he's literally me. Just... yeah. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. So... I love because all of the drawings that I did are back to back. Except for one. Oh no, that's just my tattoo. Okay. Here we have Etoile. Specifically Etoile from QSMP, not the streamer. I'm talking of the QSMP character. I know that technically he didn't really do a lore, but he kinda did. He created a lore within himself. Q Etoile. Exactly, Q Etoile. Also, I would like to remind people, fuck QSMP, fuck Quackity. I do not support what happened. I do not support the abuse that went on. I have been very vocal about that on my social medias, especially on my Twitter. And I have stopped doing QSMP art the second that happened, and I've been supporting the French streamers for not supporting what's been happening, and it angers me to no end how it happened and how much people let it slide, especially overseas creators. Fuck Quackity. So, Etoile. He is this fighter character who just loves to fight and gets a bit too obsessed with it, but also a protector of the people, protector of his family. Just a little guy at heart. He loves to go and get things for everyone and make sure that everyone's okay, everyone's taken care of, taken care for, and everything. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm saying stuff that are real of Q Etoile and not just talking about Etoile, because that's the thing. I put those two, Etoile and Antoine, in there from QSMP to take with a grain of salt, because those are characters that are very much impacted by the people that play them, and the people that played them are real people that spent a lot of time also being out of RP, and that of course adds to the RP of the characters, and that adds to the canon of it. So it's kind of a weird mix, and it is almost pretty much on the line for me to say like there are Blorbos and stuff. I wanted to add them in just to add more people, but like, don't be weird about real people, please. Don't make weird fun out of them. Don't go overboard. QSMP is finished anyway, so there's no reason to, but yeah, please. We don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. We don't want to make anyone like, yeah. They're just like people that, streamers that I care a lot about, that I mean care. They're not people I know, but they're streamers that I watch a lot and I love the content of a lot and the personality of a lot, at least what they show on camera. And so when they play characters that are very similar to themselves, of course I got really attached. And they became really important to me, and I used to make like pretty much a fan art per day watching the streams, so you know. If you followed Zeke for a while, you might have seen me us together, do a 4-hour explanation of the QSMP lore, and then me come back to explain what was happening with the QSMP and why everything was falling into shambles. But yeah, we were in it. I was in it. Then I took Zeke's collar. I went here. It was a good time. It was so fun. It was so fun. It was so incredibly fun. Oh. That's what pains me even more, to know how shit it was for the admins and stuff, because like, yeah. So, that being said, it's kind of complicated because, I'm going to do that. I'm going to make that one. Okay. Because, yeah, so those two will end up in here. Because I'm realizing that there's characters that are not weird to the point of I am unwell, are not me, and are not babies, so they need to be here. Is that two? Yeah, here we go. It fucks the gradient, but that's fine. I'll put it back down. It was a good time. It was a good time. So I just care a lot, okay? I feel like that encompasses it nicely. So yeah, those two. They have the same hair as well. Something that I did a lot of when he had when Etoile had blonde hair in the canon of Q12, is that I used to give him roots, and I would make the roots longer and longer every time, and I would make his hair also longer and longer every time. And I think that was very smart of me. Then we get to Neil Justin. The fact that I've had this specific piece of art as my profile picture on a lot of things for a while should already kind of tell you the answer of where he's going to end up. But for people who do not know about the Foxhole Code series or the All of the Game series, there's a new book coming out in 2025. I am extremely unwell. Neil Justin is the main character of the 3 first books. Oh no, that's the pen I want. Yeah, hello Gino, welcome back. He's the main character of the 3 first books. He is a little shit. He is 18 years old. Yeah, he's an 18-year-old youngster who gets taken by lacrosse, XC, but basically lacrosse, but make it violent. Team Neil, I'm fine, Justin. Reminds you of anyone? He's bleeding out is the last thing that I do. He's bleeding out, I'm bleeding out for you. And so he goes to this team that's trying to get him as a player against his better judgment. And we also learn that he is running away from his dad and his mom is dead. So he's having a good time, right? And through the 3 books, he will be extremely gay, he will be extremely angsty, and he will be extremely a little shit. I wish I had half of his courage, and I wish he was halfway less dumb. He's the kind of character that you read and you're like, if you shut your mouth, half of the issues that you had would not happen. But then you would just be Jean Moreau, which is over here, and half of the issues you would not happen. But also, I understand why you don't shut your mouth, and I applaud you for it. Within the angst of it all, he's the kind of character that I feel very, very close to. Even though, like, I want to put him in I'm Literally Me, but I think I will put him in I Am Unwell. The reason for that being that I'm not really similar to him, but I do kin him intensely, because I'm like, I feel like the whole internal monologue that he often has, I relate to a lot, and I am very excited when I get my limited edition books in September to reread the full series, to get more Neil, because I haven't read it since since years and years ago. But yeah, I love him very, very intensely. I care for him very, very intensely. He's a guy that I care for a lot. And I think he should take better care of himself. Hello, Godot. Well, we have to do him while his theme is playing in the background. Go back here. So Godot. Godot, or other name that I cannot say right now because it is kind of a spoiler. Yeah, it is a spoiler. Even though Zeke would forget it within 2 seconds. He is... I'm going to... Same with Apple, I'm going to say things, but not as much as I wish to, because I don't want to spoil the story. He is the ultimate wife guy, and he hates Phoenix with his entire might. And he will assault him as many times as he can. Apparently, he is a bit misogynistic in the game, but I fully forgot that, so I'm going to act like it didn't happen until Zeke gets to this part of the story and I see it for myself. He is the kind of character that you understand the why of everything a lot later within the story. And the why breaks your heart, makes you want to cry and curl into a ball because of how sad it is. I love him so much. He has some of the most banger lines in Ace Attorney, at least the first series. He has, and the most memorable ones as well. I care extremely deeply about him. And his storyline is one of my favorites in the full of Ace Attorney, I think. And he's also one of my favorite prosecutors of the entire series as well. Of all of the prosecutors of Ace Attorney, he is definitely in my favorites. He's also very pretty, so that helps. And he will go over here, because I am really unwell. If he wasn't in Unwell, he would be in I Just Care a Lot, because it's that energy. But yeah, every other thing that I could say about him would be spoilery, so I'll have to shut up. Just know, first, there's a reason why he has a microwave on his head, and secondly, it could make me cry. And I never cry. It hasn't made me cry, but in spirit it does. Antoine, so Q Antoine from QSMP. Q Antoine. Also, I'm happy because I put the fan art that I did that mirrors one of Zike's fan art that he made of Etoile. So we have matching ones, and it's really cute. And yeah, and also they put it in the QSMP museum and thought it was Zike's. They corrected him afterwards, but still. And Antoine haven't seen that one as well, I think. But yeah. Me and TK were both starred in the QSMP museum multiple times, and I'm very proud of us. Even though they mistook my we do be the artists. We do be extremely artists. Where's my second? Sorry. Oh, here it is. I have my slippers and I took them out and I'm putting them back on, and I couldn't find the second one. So Q Antoine. First of all, Antoine Daniel is one of my favorite content creators of all time, so it helps. You know, it helps. I find him extremely funny, extremely entertaining. He is on break for this month. He's not streaming this whole month, and maybe more. It makes me sad, but I am very glad that he's doing this because he hasn't taken a break in years. Since he started streaming, basically he hasn't taken like a long break. So I'm happy he's doing that because it's good to do that, I think, for people. And so, yeah. Him as a character is a character that we sadly didn't get as much as we should have. Because the full lore that he's written has been pretty much untouched because they didn't do it and then they fucked up, so we will never have it. Antoine has said that he would maybe reuse it for something else, for another like RP thing, so I'm looking forward to that because he said he really liked the lore he wrote for him, so yeah. But what we knew of him was that he was a character that was potentially a creator of the eggs, which were basically people's children on the island. And he was potentially a creator of that. He had kind of like a double face kind of thing, where he was working. Sorry, he was on the island with everyone, but he was also working behind people's backs. But he wasn't for the oppressors of the island. He might have been a really old entity that helped create parts of the island and now was trying to get back to them. We don't really know. Like I said, we didn't get a lot of the actual elements. He had a link with the egg pomme, the French egg, which was really dear to me, and Etoile did as well. He was also a very smart character. I know it's kind of not because of the character, but like in my heart, like the whole hours and hours through the night sessions of him building shit in QSMP, building beautiful towers and everything will always be special to me. It's just relaxing. It's just a form of comfort. So yeah, I just care a lot. And I got so invested in his lore, even though we got nothing. We had nothing of it, but I got so invested. Okay. Then, they're kind of a duo with Bokuto, but I care for them for different reasons, so I put them separately. Akashi from The Law of Noah. Yeah, it's really sad. They did that to everyone. It's fucking vile how they did that. But he has said that he would reuse the thing for something else, so I'm glad that we are going to get it in another form. And if he does, I'll keep you updated. I'll tell you. If like at some point, I'm sorry, I have something in my nose that scratches me. If at some point he's like, oh yeah, this RP thing actually was the law that was supposed to be for Antoine for QSMP, I'll tell you. So, Akashi. I forgot what his first name was. He is a character from Haikyuu. Haikyuu is a volleyball anime, and you should watch it because it's one of the best animes of all time. I love when people get like, oh yeah, it's my character, scream in chat. And he is just, we don't get as much of him as I think we should, but one reason... Oh, salut Antoine! Bah, on vient de faire Antoine d'ailleurs en plus. Hey Antoine. Kaiji, oui, je crois que c'est Kaiji, but pretty sure no one calls him that. Yeah, no one fucking calls him by his name. That's very funny. So he's from Bokuto's team, which I also forgot the name of. No, parce que that's Antoine Daniel's character from QSMP. That's why. That's the joke. That's the character he played. That's the fan art I made of him. Oui, j'ai fait ton homonyme. Kotaro. Oui, l'école. But thank fuck I have Helen, because I don't know shit. But yeah. Basically, for Antoine that just arrived, we are doing a tier list of the characters that I care too much about, aka my Blorbos. So far, we've put Art the Nodson from Challengers, Anakin Skywalker, Apple Justice, Neil Johnston from a book series that you haven't read, and Godo from Ace Attorney in I Am Unwell. A Baby Must Protect has not been filled out yet, but there will be people in there. Emmett Forrest from Legally Blonde, and Zachary Ezra Rollins from The Starless Sea are in Literally Me. I Just Care a Lot. Underline doesn't have anyone yet as well, and I Just Care a Lot. Okay, it has Link, Etoile from QSMP, it was character from QSMP, and Antoine's character from QSMP. So he's in the Kotaro team. And there's a little bird, there's a owl. So I had to love that team. How can you achieve a tier list of all your favorite characters? I could never do that. It's the brainworm. It's what happens. Basically, other friends did it, and I wanted to do it as well. And it's just like, who did I almost have a stroke for? Here is my list. And so, and we're doing that. And I have potentially a second tier list depending on when we finish this one. I thought I would be talking a lot less than I am, so I thought this would go a lot quicker. So we'll see if I have time to get to the second one. But yeah, Akashi, he's from the Owls team, which I have to love the Owls team. I didn't put Sugawara. He's not a Blobo. I love him a lot, but he's not a Blobo. It's fine. I don't know where the term comes from. It's just, I've heard it. I knew what it was. Continued to use it. It comes from Tumblr. That's why I haven't heard before, because I don't go on Tumblr. He is a very so he is a very calm character that doesn't talk a lot, doesn't emote a lot, but you can tell when he cares, like how deeply it is. He is very much like guard dog for this little guy, and he is very much like the brain kind of in the relationship. And he's just like kind of the unappreciated character in the back. He becomes a manga editor afterwards, as like his future job, and he just like cares so much about this guy. It's like, it makes me want to scream. Well, the idea that you would not talk that much for a tier list of your favorite characters, sure. Yeah, but I thought I would be more expeditive, because there's other stuff that I thought I was going to talk a lot more for, and I ended up not. So you know, in other streams, so I was like, but yeah, I care for him a lot. I identify to him a lot. He's just literally me. He's just, I love him too much. But also I know that a reason why I love him a lot is the fandom, and the fan version of him. So I would need to read the manga and like rewatch the anime to make sure of how much he's in it. But I know that when I see him, I'm like bowling inside. So Charon from Hades. Doesn't matter how much Zeke hates him, I love him. He's my guy. And he's the one I care the most for in Hades. You are a hater. You are a hater, and I don't agree. He is really sweet. It doesn't matter that he never speaks to you except for saying, "Oh." He's very sweet. Yeah, Cameron's the best. He has his little boat. He clearly has a boyfriend named Hermes. You cannot, Zeke, you are not allowed to say what is wild or not when you see who you're obsessed with right now, okay? You are not allowed. So, I love his design a lot. I love what the fandom has made of him and like the characters they've given him. He's just very calming, I think, and like yeah, the design is just incredible. So I just care. I just care a lot. I think he's the right one for him. Circa from Arcane. So Circa from Arcane, I don't care as much anymore because of Arcane phase is over. I'm very excited for season 2 though, but for people that have not seen Arcane somehow, well, I'm excited for season 2, but it's not going to be in it. Sorry. He is the boss of basically the slums and the underworld of the city that we have the show in. He's the boss of Zon, that's the name of that part of the city. And he is a mafia boss kind of energy, but he also adopts Jinx and becomes very much a father figure for her. And even though he's supposed to be that evil bad guy, whatever, he clearly has soft spots for Jinx and for the people that he cares for. So he will be violent and ruthless when he needs to be, but he also is clearly incredibly caring and has soft spots for people. Also, he is very pretty, I think. And kind of gay energy. I have cosplayed him many times and have carried Zeke in my arms while he was cosplayed as Jinx. And we went into a freezing swimming pool together as well. And I carried him under the rain with the limited strength that I have. I resaw the videos, like the ones on my phone, not the edited ones. Not that long ago, and I was like, so fun. No, because they're like, it says no one for Steven Universe Fruit Basket because they're not Blorbos status. Because even though they're characters I love deeply and a lot, Blorbo usually has a kind of thing that tips them overboard, if that makes sense. And I don't have anyone like that from Kakata Sakura. I don't have anyone like that in Steven Universe. Especially now, like years later and stuff. Steven Universe, like the closest thing would have been Stevoni, I think. And I don't care that much anymore. I mean, I care, but I don't like to that extent. And Fruit Basket, but Fruit Baskets, maybe, like Toru maybe, but not to that point, I don't think. Like, I care deeply about them, but they don't have, like, the extra little sparkle thing. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean they're not in my favorite media, though. But yeah. Silco. He also makes drugs, which is fun. But yeah, he's going to be on the line because he's kind of like... I still care about him a lot, but I don't think about him regularly enough for me to say that he is in my global list constantly. Yeah, the nuances obsession. You have perfectly summarized it. Captain KP Hobbs from A Court of Fey and Flowers, played by Brennan Lee Mulligan. It makes me laugh because when I went to go get this picture, I got a thing of someone saying that they were starting to hate Brennan as a player because he was metagaming, and I'm like, oh, shut the fuck up, you're not fun. He is also an Ultimate Wife guy. He is this captain of the Goblin Court. He is a captain of the Goblin Court, so he takes care of the royals at court, because the Court of Fey and Flowers is a D&D Jane Austen inspired fairy campaign, in which basically it's a bunch of fairies and fays going to this event, which is basically a huge ass ball and a huge ass event on multiple days, on multiple weeks. I think a week. that's organized for all of the different courts of the Fae worlds. And so he's there as a protector of the Goblin Court and to help like the family and stuff. And he has a very specific mission to do. But also he falls in love. It's really cute. It's really sweet. He is this very stern character that learns to open up through the season and learns to that he is allowed to love and what love is, and falls utterly in love and like very hard. And I care so much. I am. I'm gonna be honest, you had me at Brand. And he's a bear! He's a little bear guy. He's not really a bear, but he kind of has bear features. Like, he's a mix of shit. But, like, he's all fluffy. And yeah, he's very incredibly silly as well, because he is this very stern, follows the rules, military captain, but of the Goblin Court. So the goblins constantly ask of him to create more chaos and mayhem, and it's not in him, and so it creates this very funny parallel, but also very sad, because he's clearly sad. He's clearly alone within that court. He clearly does not fit in. He's not specifically a bear, but he's a bear creature kind of energy. And the story is very sad and very beautiful, and I love him so much. Yeah, I think you go in I am in well. I was like, I just care a lot, but I'm like, yeah, you're a step over. For the same reason as Apollo, I am in well. Close up, yeah. And also, he never wears pants, so his whole, like, butt and everything, he has a little tail, and it's all fluffy. We get Minilu from Tears of the Kingdom that I won't be able to say much about because of Helen being here, because I don't want to spoil it for her. She's my favorite character from Tears of the Kingdom. No, he's not baby. He's not baby enough. He is very much he can defend himself very easily. He would be able to defend others, rather. He's a protector, not a protectee. Energy. I have the people that I know will end up in Baby Must Protect. I know who they are, and I'm waiting for them to arrive. Minoru, she is this scientist and tech and engineer, basically, of the Zonai people, which is an ancient civilization within the Hyrule lands. They were the first king of Hyrule was a Zonai king. It was King Kararu, and she is his sister. And she is this very cool engineer, scientist lady. She's also very pretty. She has a sick-ass mask, and I want a tattoo of that mask. You can see it a little bit on her here. It's an owl mask as well, which... Yes. She's very cool. She's extremely smart. And I'm trying to see if I can say anything else without spoiling anything. I don't think I can. Yeah. I don't know why, but I just care a lot for her. I don't really have an explanation. She's not that much in the game. Most people forget that she's here. There's very little fan out of her. There's very little anything attention of her, but she broke me a little bit, and yeah, I just care a lot. Okay. Then we have the bisexual duo, Roy and Riza, Mustang and Hawkeye, from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I love them to an unearthly amount. I forget about them from time to time, but they're always in my heart. They've been there for so long. I've watched FMAP for the first time so long ago, and I've always loved them too. They are the ultimate sadness duo because they can never be together and they are hopelessly in love. She only lives to serve him and he only lives to be with her. And they've went through war, literal war together. They went through war together. And since then they've always been together. They have trusted each other with like their most private things. And they just cannot be together because if they did, they wouldn't be able to continue to be next to each other. They would have to give up their jobs. Which he is a military officer and she is also, she's like a rank under him, but I don't remember what. And then he becomes more and she follows him. Yeah, every time something is sad, I think about them and the rain dialogue. Yeah, the rain dialogue breaks everyone for good reasons. It's not raining right now though. But yeah, they went through so much together. They go through everything together and they're just, I think if one or the other died, it would break the other immediately and they would die of sadness. It's that kind of duo. Like, dying of a broken heart would be the immediate next step. Fully. This or this? I think this, because they are too normal to be obsessed about. If that makes sense. Like, a lot of people are obsessed with those two. Or one or the other. For good reasons. But yeah. I love them. And if you've ever seen the scene where he thinks that she's dead or she's hurt, or she gets hurt, I think. Yeah, that's what happened. She gets hurt and he gets in front of who did it. Yeah. And her tricking someone pretending to be him. Like, you can't top that. You can't top that. You cannot do better than that. I am sorry. You cannot. And it is so deeply tragic that they cannot be together. It is painful. Like, they are the definition of edging. Like, it's hard. Yeah, love me as he doesn't call me Risa. Yeah, it's like, it's also like so symbolic of it, because like, so much of their relationship is also on those like little lines where they don't cross them, because if they did, it would be too much, and they wouldn't be able to go back. Like, of course he doesn't call her Risa. If he did, it would be too intimate, it would be too private. And they cannot be together. Like... She had absolutely no way of knowing it wasn't him except her own gut. Yeah, soulmates, exactly, soulmates. She had no way of knowing. She saw him and she was like, that's not him. That's not my man. like I remember, I think when I saw that scene for the first time, I thought it was her that wasn't the right person. Like, they're soulmates. Like, just for any fan of Map, just her back. Her back. Okay, I think I'm moving them to Emmanuel, because clearly, like, I cannot be normal about them. I'm moving them up. Okay. This is a little different. A little more foresty than usual. Fake! True. Okay. Marius von Hagen, one of the more new people on this list. Marius von Hagen is one of the main characters of the Tears of Themis game. There's only one. He's a rich hair CEO entrepreneur born in probably 2002. Because they're supposed to be in the future, I think, in Tears of Themis. No, he's probably born later than that. Whatever. He's a rich heir. He's a CEO of his company that was given to him by his father. He's also an artist under the name of Zed. Or Z, I don't know. Like the letter Z. And he does incredible paintings that move the world of the arts. He's also a student, an art student at the thesis. I don't know, Goddess of Law. I don't know how it's pronounced. University, and he's also part of a secret organization called NXX, which MC also, like main character, also takes part of, and all the other love interests take part of, trying to solve cases that are unresolved. Mostly, they all kind of link with drugs and pharmaceuticals and people disappearing because his brother disappeared, and he wants to find his brother again. His personality is that he's a little child. He's supposed to be, he's the youngest love interest. I think he's 21 in game. He's the youngest of the love interests. All the other ones are older than MC, or the same age as MC. MC is 24, 25, I think. I think she's 24. And he is a little bit, like, not childish, but he's a little bit bratty. He loves to be a brat. He loves to annoy her on bench. He loves to flail his money as well, which is very funny. Because that's probably the thing that gets me out of it sometimes. While reading the little stories and stuff, it's like him going, well, I just have the money, I can just buy this. And I'm like, ST, please don't, stop. Like, we don't need that. I wish MC would be like, no, sometimes. But he's very funky. I love him a lot. He has like a very caring, a little bit protective as well personality. He is the kind of like brat that also has the right to be bratty because he is extremely hardworking and intelligent and knows like his weakness and everything. He has this thing as well where he is clearly also very smart and very in charge of everything, and like even when he acts a bit childish and stuff, he is still on top of everything that he needs to be on top of. He will be on top of his homework, he will be on for his university stuff, he will be on top of being like the secret artist, he will have his like company taken care of, and he will make all that he can to make sure that he has like as much time as he can with the main character. Like, and it's very sweet in a way, like, you know, he has those 20,000 things to do. He makes sure everything is taken care of so that he can be with the main character and take time with her every second that he can, which is very sweet. And he also has like the way he falls in love with her, because all the characters have different ways basically. The ways that he cares for her is and fell in love with her is very much that he fell in love at first sight. Because the way that you meet him in game is that you run into him as he comes from the university, I think, and then you meet him again because he is a client of the attorney agency that you work for. But yeah, you run into each other, like literally, like you run into each other, and I think he, like all that he has in his hands like falls to the ground, and you help pick it up back up and stuff, and then you just start chatting. And he's also such an art nerd within the game. Like, he clearly is a huge art nerd. Like, he keeps bringing you to the museum and like explaining all of the pieces and all of the things and all of the everything behind them and the meaning and stuff. It's very fun. He's very cute. Is he protecting or is he I just care a lot? Because he is very much on top of Uncharted stuff. He's a little bit, yeah. They're very different, but I see what you mean. I see what you mean with the Etoile core, but they are very, very different in like the... Because Etoile is very much very sweet and nice and stuff, and will always be like that, but he loves to be bratty. He loves to do puppy eyes and be bratty, which is very cute. I think I'll put it in a baby, must protect. Because I need people in there. I know they're coming, but I need to put someone in there, and I'll move him if I want later. It's fine. I will see if I ever get to the I'm unwell with him, because it's been not long enough for me to be able to be that. They don't have enough thing, and I keep skipping the storylines. So we'll see, because they have an issue with writing in this game. They don't write really well. Some of the writing is really well done, some of it is really boring, and that's a bit annoying. Because I'm like, I want to be able to read this story, please. Then we have Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man and I care a lot about Spider-Man as a character as a whole, but I think the one that I care the most about is Tom Holland's Spider-Man. He is so transcoded. I identify to him an unhealthy amount. I have talked on him a lot on the introduction stream already, if you've been there. It's just me. Yes, him. Yes, I don't think I have much to say about him. I mean, I could, but I feel like he's me. Yeah, it's me. It's how I feel sometimes. He's just a guy. He just wants to break, and he cannot catch it. And he's very in love with his girlfriend, and he tries to do his best, but sometimes he don't succeed. And he's a nerd as well. Like, love it, love it. This is Rui from Project Sekai. Hatsune Miku Project Sekai, Colorful Stage. Why did you give 3 names to that fucking game? He is a huge ass nerd as well. He is basically a character that is in a theater troupe at an amusement. Sorry, he's in a theater troupe at an amusement park, and he is the director for the plays and also pretty much all of the tech. He makes robots, and he makes a lot of things, like all the tech parts basically. Like, he will create stunts and stuff and make sure that the stunts are doable with technology. He is a huge like technician and stuff. He could be an engineer. That kid could be an engineer. And he's a director as well. He writes the plays that they end up doing and the musicals that they end up doing. He does a lot of the backstage work, and he's also of course an actor and a singer. Yeah, he does a lot of the work behind the scenes that I think is not appreciated enough. People cry a lot for Tsukasa, and I think they should cry more for Rui. He's also a loner and has a very good friendship with Mizuki, which is over there, because they were both basically people that no one talked to in middle school, and they were in the same middle school, and they were both really, really lonely, and they kind of both helped each other to make sure that they would survive middle school, basically. They were each other's person for a long time. And trans ally as well, because like, yeah, very gay as well. And yeah, he's always also like the more quote-unquote mature person of the group always, even though he has a childish, like, I will try to make everyone die with the tricks that I create kind of thing. He is like extremely like thought through and thoughtful and everything, and I am very, very salty that they managed to make like the event talking about his childhood. We didn't have it in the English servers. The reason for is that the illustrations for them were a bit racist, and so they were like, let's skip this, let's not put it in. And I'm like, but I wanted to do the story. You could have made new illustrations or taken out the gacha aspect, or like still given us a story. I wanted to know. So I should read it online. But yeah, I think he's almost on the line because I'm out of Project Sekai, but I still care about him a lot, so I'll put him here. No, actually, I'll put him on the line, I think. Because I think those two maybe not, but him is a bit on the line. He's been for a while. Because I cared a bit more. Because the thing is, like, the group that he's in, I care less about them than other groups in the game. So even though I care about him, it makes me care less about him, if that makes sense. Okay, we have the boyfriend, Bokuto. He is the picture-perfect himbo. With a little bit of an ego problem. He's just sweet. I just like protect. He's baby, exactly. He's a baby. He is the ultimate baby. He's just so energetic, so refreshing. Like, to me, he's like he's not the better version of Hinata because they are quite different, but he is kind of that in my eyes. He is just like the star of his team. He has his sweet, sweet boyfriend that takes care of him. And he's just very caring also with others. Like, he takes one of the players from Karasuno Sutsuki under his wing, lol. And he clearly cares a lot about him. Like, they get to go see a match, and Akashi has to remind him that that's not our team. Stop being that excited about them winning or losing, besties. That's not our team. Stop acting like they are our team. We have to fight them afterwards. But yeah, We don't see as much of him as I wish we did, but you know. Oops, sorry, here. Baby must protect. Then we have Komugi from Hunter x Hunter. Here, baby girl. She desperately needs tissues, but apart from that, she is exactly Helen, sweetie baby little snotty lovely princess. She is my favorite character from whole on Hunter x Hunter, and we see her in one arc, and it breaks my heart. She is basically her character. She's this young blind girl that plays Go extremely well, and so she gets called by. This is going to sound weird, but watch Hunter x Hunter. I promise it's really good. By an insect prince or king rather that is trying to infest the earth and kill all the humans. She is invited by him to go play with him because he cannot find an adversary that's good enough for him, and she's the first person to finally be good enough to beat him. And they play constantly, and she is this sweet, caring, extremely humble, extremely smart and bright young woman, and she managed to like break this prince in, and they managed to kind of fall in love. And it is so sweet and so caring, and they are so precious together. Honestly, it is a joy. I love them so deeply, the both of them together. And yeah, and she is this like just little gal, and she manages to like be head to head with this guy that is like the strongest entity ever seen. She's the ultimate must protect. She's the ultimate must protect. There is no more. There is not more than her. I love her so deeply. It is a crime how little she is in Hunter x Hunter, and it is a crime that I know that I won't ever able to have a lot of merch, if any merch of her, because of that. Because she also arrives in the middle/end of an arc that most people stop watching at the start of it because it switches all of the energy of the anime. And it's so much that people stop there a lot, and I'm like, no, best girl is coming, I promise. She's so good. I promise, please continue watching. But yeah. Then we have, I forgot his name, but I looked it up earlier and then I re-forgot. Is this? No. Yeah, it's the best arc. It's just the start of it is so rough. I understand, like the start of it is a lot. Put her in the first spot of the baby tier. Yes, I agree. Yeah, I'm going to put her. They're not graded. They're not graded except her. They're not graded. The rest of them are not graded. Exactly. We're so long. Shut up, Wickling. I agree. Wait. Le vent se lève. Personnage. I'm just checking his name because I forgot. Jiro. I thought it was Jiro, but I forgot. So Jiro. Yeah, because I watched it with Antoine at the time. It was very fun to watch together. She's like, I love her so much. Does she meet Gon? I don't think she meet Gon. I don't think they meet, and that's criminal. I don't remember. I'm desperately... Yeah, they don't... Yeah, that breaks my heart. They would have been such besties. Because I'm trying to get Oak to that part of the anime. Because we had the start of Chimera on Arc, and that's so much, so he needed a break. But every time I'm like, could we continue? My bestie's arriving soon, I promise. It's soon. Because I think Meruem is just about to... Yeah, the guards are starting to be birthed. That's when we are at... Actually, the only time he sees her is when he goes, "Why are you helping her, but not Kaito?" Aww. Oh, that breaks my heart. Yeah, that sucks. Suck to suck. So Jiro. Jiro is the main character from The Wind Rises, the Miyazaki movie. Just so you know, he's based on a real life person, and the main character from a book, he's not an actual person, he's not fully based on that guy. He mixed and matched stuff for that movie. So he's the main character. He's an airplane engineer. He built airplanes during World War II for Japan. I know. And he wished he was an airplane pilot, but he couldn't because of his bad eyesight. So he decides to build airplanes, and it's the story of this guy during World War II. He falls in love with a young woman. They get married quite quickly. She ends up having lots of health issues, and he tries to take care of her as well while the war rages. And also a lot of stories about his dreams and stuff. He is this kind of obsessed artist, and he likes to eat mackerel. That's very true. He does love to eat mackerel. And he's this kind of like very focused, hard worker, artist aspect. Yeah, I love him. There's some characters that just hit right, and he's just literally me. Thank you very much. I feel like every time I see a scene of someone at a desk being engulfed on what they're doing, either it's art, either it's working, writing, creating anything, I feel a link to them, and I'm like, yes, this is me. This is me now. So Danny, Hamdani. Oh putain. From Inso's Law. Let me take a gulp of water. I just wish he would stop wearing light suits, because they're not the best, but you know. He's also very kind and caring and sweet, and that's also why I love him. Like, there's this scene where he buys cake for kids that are starving next to the cake stand, and he buys cakes for them and he gives it to them. It's really sweet. So, Hamdani from Inso's Law. Inso's Law is my favorite manhwa of all time. No one has read it. Hidin needs to read it. Hidin, go back to reading Inso's Law, please. Inso's Law, the other name is also My Life as an Internet Novel. Wait. God, it's like last time. I had a stream where I need to speak a lot. Like, my nose kept itching for no reason. So, her story is... she's the main character of that story. She's a young middle school girl that ends up being transported in a world which she still exists, her parents still exist, but a lot is different, and she realizes slowly that she has been teleported in the world of an internet novel, of light novel. And so she is like, oh, I'm the side character of this plot. I need to get back to where I came from. Why the fuck am I here? And it's her story. It's very funny because there are a lot of parts that where they undo the tropes of a light novel, because she's very much aware of what's supposed to happen. There's a lot of very intense parts where she questions, should she be friends with her friends? Because there's this very hard thing where one of the characters supposedly know her whole life, and they're supposed to be childhood friends, but she does not know her. She has never seen this girl in her life. And so it's like, it's unfair of me to put that onto her. Like, she hasn't done anything. But also, what happens when I leave? Like, I can't be attached to anyone. When I go back to my world, I cannot have an attachment to all these people. Because what happens when I go back? Also, no characters in the tier list from She Wasn't a Girl, Madoka, Witchat Atelier, Shoki Decision Witchat Atelier. I almost put the kid from the I forgot his name. The kid from the papeterie that has silver eye. I almost put it, but I don't know them that much yet. I haven't formed that bond with Witchat Atelier yet. I need to continue and finish it. It's not yet. It's too early. That's the thing with Witchat Atelier. She Wasn't a Girl. The full title. The guy I had a crush on wasn't a guy at all. I love them a lot, but I don't have a character where I'm like, yes. I mean, the androgynous girly a little bit, but they're more like, I'm more like, I want to protect them. I love them both very dearly, but I don't obsess over them. And same for Madoka. Like, Madoka Omura to a certain extent, but not really anymore. Like, she kind of slipped, because I had my Madoka face so long ago. It's never too early. Any character from Witch Atelier would have been accepted. They're all perfect. I agree. But, like, for example, for, what's his name? Because my brain read Chimera because it's a Q name. Quifrey. Quifrey? I don't know. I don't, like, it's starting to hint at his, as, like, the issues with him, and I'm like, I need to know more. I need to know more before I get fully obsessed with him, you know? That's how my brain works. So I'm sure I will have some in that rotation very soon, but not yet. Why is it so warm in here? Oh, it's not that warm outside, but since there's no wind, yeah, it's just I need to get consumed a bit more. Like, took me 230 hours for Link to put him here, so you know. Took me like watching that movie like 20 times. I watched challenges 4 times. Like, I need the time. Don't worry, I'll like fucking down the second half of Witch Atelier, and I'll have my characters in it. But yeah, it would be, if I had Witch Atelier characters, it would be Quifrey, it would be the girly with long blue hair of the kids, and the guy from the puppetry, the kid from the puppetry, and Quifrey's boyfriend as well. Those would be there. But I would need to like dissect more within it, you know. So yeah, Hamdani. Very well, accept logic, it is temporary. Wait, they shall have their place on the tier list. Yes, they shall. They shall. I agree. Because a few of them are really much creeping up into I just care a lot, okay? So yeah, and she has this whole like sadness to her of trying to not form bonds, but that being like inexorably like sucked in by all these characters and all these friendships and these people. It hurts, and she has this whole thing of like, I'm not good enough for them as well, because she's just a normal girl and they're all these extraordinary characters that have so much like skills and intelligence and everything. It is so good. It is one of my favorite media of all time, and I am, yeah, I'm unwell because I think of her on the way to, no, she's in the literally me part. She's in the literally me part, sorry. Yes, she's in between I am unwell and literally me. And a little bit in Baby Must Protect as well, because like, she needs a hug, but she's getting so many of them. I'm so happy for her. Her name is, can you give me the name again? Yes, I remember you told me the story, it's really good, I agree. Inso's Lo, or, My Life as an Internet Novel. You can find that in on scan websites, and there's also, it's also on Tapas. I think a part of it in English is on Tapas. Right now, we have just finished season 5 of the manhwa, and I am deeply waiting for season 6. So yeah, I told Antoine the full story. I was like, it's so good. I need, because like this story, like when I say I'm unwell, this story, I finish a chapter, I am slamming my desk, I am screaming, I am sending 40 minutes messages to my friends, being like, I need help. Then I read 2 more chapters and I'm like, fuck, this, I am so happy, this is the happiest I've ever been in my life. Like, this is the kind of handle this story has me in. Like, yeah. So, Victor from Arcane. So Victor is this scientist guy who becomes extremely gay, but also becomes kind of like the shadow man for, or like the second in command for Jace in their research, because they both do research around stuff for the rich people of the city in which they're in. And he kind of gets like in the shadows, which he usually doesn't care for, but then it kind of switches because he becomes obsessed with his research to the point of going too far, and also gets hit by how shit society is to people like him. Yeah, it was, yeah, you really love loving stuff that should not be loved, don't you, Zeke? But yeah, I cosplayed him a few times as well. He has this like deep love of his craft and his deep love of his craft, and just like cares so deeply about what he does, and a bit of social justice to his character as well, which I do really like. He's just crankly as well and very cute, which helps. So I think I'll put him in. And I just care a lot because he is not baby enough to go in Baby Must Protect, and I would have put him in Literally Me once upon a time, but I think there's just a little bit of it slipping right now in retrospect. So this is Anna from Project Sekai. She is a young artist, which and she does art for her music group's music videos, and she also sings, of course. And she's a character that is a bit of a perfectionist, and her art is never good enough for her. And she went through art school, but wasn't good at, like, to private art lessons, but was never good enough. And she always tries to do better and be better, and takes wall after wall after wall, and has to stand back up all the time, which is really hard. She is a bit of your character. She has quite a bit of anger issues. She's also like a girly girl. She likes doing her little Instagram selfies and stuff, and she has a huge complex about the fact that her art Instagram does not do as much likes and stuff as her art one, as her selfie one. Her brother Akito I also care for very much. He's not in this list, but he could have been. They have a very sweet siblings dynamic, and she's very much extremely queer for this character. And also she is extremely caring and sweet with her friends, even though she's a bit of a angry person. Like, she will be slightly tsundere character energy kind of thing. Like, she will be annoyed because she cares. And she does one of the sweetest things ever for this character, which has something to tell her, but keeps not saying it. And she knows they have a secret, and she just tells them again and again and again, when you're ready, I'm here for you. And you take your time, you take all the time in the world that you need. I will always be here for you, and I promise to be here for you even once you tell me. And yeah, it's like, it's so much. I love her so much. And the art part, all of the, ooh, they have the same haircut, that's cute. The art part of it, yeah, all of that group has a special little corner in my heart carved for them. Those two are like the ones that like stand out more to me, but when I read a Mafuyu or a Kanade thing, I'm like always, Kanade? He's her name Kanade? It's been a while. I like care too much as well. Mafuyu is like, when I stopped playing, she was starting to be really, really high in my classmates as well. Like, I was like, yeah, because Mafuyu has so much transmask core to her, it's hard. But yeah, the whole like artist parts of Anna's storyline is always punches me in the face, then punches me more. Then a truck arrives. Like, it's I don't live it well. So then we have Sophie from House Movie Castle, which people sim for Howl a lot in House Moving Castle, but I don't think they talk enough of Sophie. Sophie is best girl. Sophie is queen, like Helen is saying in chat right now. Exactly. Love Sophie. Sophie is so the main character of House Moving Castle. If you don't know, she's an 18-year-old girl that works at her dad's shop. If Sophie's not at the top, I'll riot. The thing is, they're not. It's not top to bottom. It's not like. It's not. C'est pas genre là c'est les meilleurs et là c'est les moins bien. Hein. C'est juste des catégories différentes parce que je pouvais pas les mettre dans des trucs. But yeah, she is a seamstress at a hatter rather, at her dad's old shop that he died and left her. And one day, an old witch comes in the shop and poppity boo, now you're old. And so she decides to go on an adventure to try to regain her youth again. And on that adventure, she founds House of Castle because she tries to seek out Howl to see if he can potentially turn her back. I don't care, she's the best of every category. I need to put like all the pictures of Sophie and put her at the top of everything. Except on the line, because on the line is the only one where I'm like, I don't obsess with you as much anymore. But yeah. And so she goes on this adventure. Sophie is one of those characters. I love when my friends are getting along in chat. Sophie is one of those characters that I constantly in my head fight against mischaracterization for her, because people will like do fan arts of her with, or like cosplays of her with full ass makeup when Gollipop has maybe seen one mascara wand in her life. She is will do her all dainty and cute and like soft when she goes and kicks all of the asses in all of the land. She's just a little shy and introverted, but she kicks asses all day long. Old Sophie is also Sophie. Stop ignoring that, people. And I care for her very deeply. She's one of the characters that has stayed with me for the longest time, I think. And she will go in literally me, because I identify a lot, and I will put it at the top to make Antoine happy. But yeah, I love her so deeply, and I identify with her a whole lot. the whole I'm not pretty thing is makes me not okay. She kicks ass so much harder too in the book. It's so crazy that people make her out to be a cute little girly princess. I swear to God, like people see the scene at the end of the movie where she has her cute little bob and a cute little dress, and she does a kiss to Aru, and they're like to Howl, and they're like, oh, she's so girly pop, she's so sweet, she's so cute. It's like, just because, like, the first thing we see her do in this movie is being a boss-ass bitch, like, doing her little, like, hats and stuff, being a creative. Then she goes out, she gets ambushed by 2 guards trying to hit on her, and she speaks to herself, and she's like, no, let me pass. She's not like, oh no, I can't, like, she's like, let me pass, I'm not doing this, and Howl helps, but, like, yeah. I get so upset. She kicks so much ass. She goes to the fucking Queen of Witches, basically. And she tells her that she won't compare with her. Like she goes to the fucking head witch of the castle, and she's like, fuck you, basically. Like, we are all Sophie. I am happy. Yes, as we should. So, next you have Mafuyu from Given. Mafuyu! I love when I'm like that with half of the characters on this list. Given is the story of Mafuyu, by the way. I mean, well, the other guy is also the main character, but they're both main characters. I have to read the book. I really love her so much from the movie. I might overload for the book. Aww. Yeah, it's possible. Mafuyu is a young high school guy. How do I say this? He runs into Uenoyama, I think is the name of the other guy. Yeah, which is our main character that we see the story through. And he runs into him because he's at the spot where he usually goes to nap. He sees that he has a guitar and asks him to make him learn how to play guitar because he has a guitar as well. No, he has a guitar. Uenoyama arrives to nap at his spot, and he says he helps him with like changing the chords or whatever. And then he's like, please help me learn guitar, and he will harass him until he accepts. And then they fall in love. He is a very deeply sad character that is learning how to love again and be happy again. And he's incredibly soft, but not like, he doesn't let himself be led. Like, he's usually the one leading situations. Like, he's not because he doesn't talk a lot, or he's kind of shy, or he's kind of like looking around and being so extremely autism and ADHD that it means that he's not in charge of situations, which I think is really important, because those characters get infantilized so much when, yeah. And the scene, if you've seen Given, the concert scene, so yeah. I saw Given in one night, the first time I watched it. And then I watched it immediately again the day after. And if you know me, you know that I never do that. I usually watch things once. If I watch something a second time, or I read something a second time, I loved it, or is someone asking to watch it with me. Out of my own will, I never do it. Most of the things on this list that are watchable, I've watched multiple times, out of my own will, so you know. Except QSMP, because of course I'm not going to fucking rewatch all of QSMP. But yeah. I watched that show like the second time, immediately after. Yeah, I have a deep attachment to this little guy. And it's really hard to choose between Literally Me and I Am Unwell. And Baby Must Protect. I think I'll put him in Literally Me because I feel that. A lot of my blorbos are kin related, so, you know. Oh, I know where you're going. Neil is also so close to being Literally Me. Jean Moreau. Jean-Yves Moreau de son nom entier. Jean Moreau is a character from the Off of the Games series. He's the main character of the second trilogy that's being written. The first book is out, the second book should be out in 2025. I am so excited. And we don't know if it's going to be a third book, but I hope so. He is a player at the team that's usually against the Foxes, and like the team that we see as the antagonist for most of the first book series. And when that team falls apart, he ends up joining a new team and starts having his trauma be dealt with. Has he joined a team that finally is fucking healthy, and it's really hard for him. And yeah, it's really hard. And also he's gay. He's bisexual. Sorry, he's bisexual. It's hard. It's hard. It's really hard. I can't say too much because Juno's in chat and I don't want to spoil the book for her. The Sunshine Court. But let's just say that he's pretty much Neil if Neil did not fight back. So yeah. I'm going to put you here. Because I feel like it's very much in between Literally Me, I Am Unwell, and Baby Must Protect. It will fully be I Am Unwell when I finish all of the books, when they are written and released. But for now, you'll be here. Because, bestie, you need... I'm so happy you now have a safe place. But yeah, it is hard for him. It is so hard for him right now. I'm so happy he's starting therapy within the books. Then we have Mizuki from Protect Sekai. Mizuki is non-binary and trans. That's probably the secret that they're trying to hide to Enna and everyone else. Mizuki is a very joyful, happy character to hide the deep sadness inside. Mizuki has a backstory that has not been revealed that is quite sad, which they were pretty much bullied through middle school and teased a lot, and the only friend they had was Rui, and they hold each other up, and they're kind of the reason why the other one is still here, and it's very much sad that they are the reason why the other one is still here. In high school, once in high school, they become part of the music group with Enna and Kanade and Mafuyu, and that music group in that music group, she's the video editor, so she makes the music videos. And also, of course, sings and everything. She's a fashionista. She loves doing clothes and styling. And they love, doing clothes and styling. And the character is mostly gendered with they, them, but there's parts where they're like, but yeah. They kind of try to never gender them because of that. Because in the Japanese version, they are not never genders, pretty much. And now we'll try... I don't know where they are now, because I haven't played in a while, so I don't know how many arcs of story I need to read, but... and where they are with that. But where I stopped, they were having a bit of an emotional breakdown because of that secret that they are sure is going to make others hate them. Which the secret is very, very much teased as it being them being trans. And they have, yeah, a lot inside that, like, they're trying to deal with and stuff. Yeah. You're in between, like, they're in between Must Protect, I Am Unwell, and I Just Care a Lot. So I'll put them here, I think, for now. They're on the verge of underline as well, because I'm starting to... because Enna is a character I got the, like, strongest bond with on Project Sekai because of the kin aspect. So those two, that's why they're, like, kind of underline in my head now. Call Me Barzado. I need to finish the new season of The Bear with Zeke when we are able to watch it. So Call Me Barzado is the main character of The Bear. He is not okay. The ultimate kin. Yes, he is. He's not my ultimate kin. He's a communal kin. He's very much a communal kin. Me and Zeke look at him and we're like, yes, this is what it feels like to live. This is what it feels like to be alive right now. And life means that says too much about us. He is a cook that used to be the cook at a very, which is still really good, okay, I agree. At a very famous starred restaurant. And one day he gets the call that his brother committed suicide, and he left him his sandwich joint in Chicago, and decides to quit his job to go take care of the sandwich shop restaurant. And he then goes on a quest to try to make that restaurant a proper restaurant. And you'd think it would be some... it's... they say it's a comedy. They lie. He has so much internal turmoil. He is never okay. He... any good thing that happens to him, he immediately fucks over because it's easier to live in chaos for him. Anytime there's too many episodes where it goes well, you start immediately get anxious when you're watching The Bear because you know a tornado's coming. He's also this incredibly talented artistic person with cooking and with art. He does a lot of sketches for his dishes that are so gorgeous. I would love to know who the illustrator was that they hired for that. He's also incredibly attractive. Jeremy Allen White is so pretty. Most of the time, when something happens and he's in the wrong, I'm like, yeah, but I kind of get his point. So for all of these reasons, it goes in I Am Unwell. He's the kind of kin I am unwell about. Because, like, there's kins in that list, right? I kin him, I kin him, I kin him. I little bit kin Anakin. Not enough for it to be important, but slightly. It's a gold Jeremy Allen White forever. Truly, I wish I looked like that. Mark Bryant. So Mark Bryant is a character from the Bright Sessions podcast. He is the brother of the main character, Dr. Bright. And honestly, the Bright Sessions is my favorite podcast, as there's also books. I have one of them, I have read one of them, and I wish to read those two others. It has also two additional podcasts. He's the main character of one of the additional podcasts as well. He basically, during most of the Bright Sessions, is in a coma. The Bright Sessions universe is a universe in which people have powers, but it's kind of a secret. And Dr. Bright is a therapist, and all of her patients are people with powers, and she's trying to help them lead a normal life. And she's also trying to find someone to help her save her brother, who is in a coma because of his powers. One day he wakes up from the coma, and then hell ensues for him. But it's so good. And he has so many issues, and he's definitely not okay. He gets okayer in the last podcast, but he still has so many fucking issues. And I care a lot for him. Now, my question is, do I put you on the underlined thing? Because I haven't listened to the podcast in a long time. And I don't think of him, like, regularly anymore. I cosplay the heck out of him as well. Yeah, I'm going to put him in underline. I feel like it's fair. Okay. Hibari Kyoga. Wait. Where are you? This guy. Wait, it's me. Here we go. This guy. Is he on other parts of the box? That's not him. This guy. Are you on the inside of the box? This guy. Yeah, okay. We're going to stop that. This is the box in which I store my DS games. That's all my little DS games. And it's also the box for Hitman Reborn, which is a manga that he's from. Ring that I have, which is his ring. Hitman Reborn is one of those things that I really want to rewatch. That's where? Hitman Reborn is one of the shows that I really want to rewatch because I watched it when I was really young. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, he's from Hitman Reborn. And I had such a crush on him. And I was obsessed with him. And I really want to rewatch it now for him, but also for the plot, because I remember loving that anime so much. It's one of my first animes, so, you know, gotta rewatch it. But yeah. It's an anime about a young guy from high school that ends up becoming a mafia boss, and he has to earn kind of becoming a mafia boss, and so he kind of goes through all of these things to become a mafia boss. He does the normal shonen thing of you have a bad guy, you go kick his ass, and it's great. And he gets all his entourage, and Hibari is part of his entourage, that all have the ring that like kind of like show that they're part of this, and their rings also kind of like gives them powers in a way when they level up kind of energy. Like someone has a water sword, someone gets like a fire thing. Our main character has a fire thing. He has like fire like gloves. It's really cool. But yeah, there's a whole thing. I don't remember a lot of it because obviously I watched it when I was like 12, but it has clearly had a lasting impact on me. And so yeah, I will put him in. Oh yes, his character. Oh, I fully forgot to talk about that. His character is, so he's the head of the high school like students union. So he's extremely strict, always like, oh, put your tie better, do this, do that. He also has a little bird that's always on his shoulder that sings the school hymn and has as a pet. He has those, I forget the name of them, but he has those very cool weapons, like the little like bars that you are like this with, and then you and I really like those weapons. They're really cool. He's very like a bit emo, a bit like always grumpy, always annoyed, but not actually emo because he is a student council president. But yeah, and I really cared for him a lot. I still kind of do. I think of him regularly. Then we have her, which I forgot the name of. Shizuku. Her name's Shizuku. She's the main character from. Also, I have a question. Who's the first character in the I Am Unwell here? That's Art Donaldson from the Challenges movie with Zendaya and I'm unsure of the name of the dude that plays Patrick. Mais c'est le film avec le tennis où ils font voilà, où ils font des trucs. But yeah. So Shizuku, Josh O'Connor, thank you, Zeke. She is. She's a student. Once again, ooh. She's a student, and she's a high school student, and she is a huge bookworm, and her parents also are like researchers and work at the local library, and so she is always in books and stuff. And one day, she meets this guy that's at her school that has picked up the same book as her, and she also one day also finds this not souvenir but like antique shop. Yeah, I miss it. I mean, a lot of the things that I consumed when they're anime and manga and stuff, they're always in fucking high school. It's not my fault. I do consume more content with adults now, because when you grow up and stuff, but like, yeah, a lot of them are also adults. So she goes into that antique shop. She discovers that the guy that she met is also the grandson of the guy that has the antique shop, and they become closer, and she discovers that he's a violin maker, so he makes violins, and they kind of like fall in love, and she decides to also create something, because she wants to have something to want to do as well, like he does, and that thing for her is writing. And so she starts writing a story, and she wants to put herself like the deadline of writing the story, because he goes to Italy to see if he will be able to go to Italy after high school, as like an internship thing, or like for high school as an internship thing, instead of being in high school in Japan. And so he goes to Italy to see if he has the potential or not. And while he's there for a few months, she's like, I need to finish my book in first month. And she becomes all possessed by her universe. And if you're interested, if you have ever seen The Cat Returns, that's the book she's writing. Fun fact. And it's just a movie about creation and love and yeah, that whole thing. And it just hits a lot with me. And I just like, yes. Also, if you know Lo-Fi Girl, that's her. She's the original Lo-Fi Girl. Lo-Fi Girl is a redraw of a scene from that movie, from Whisper of the Heart. But yeah, I care so much about her, and I'm like, yes, same, so much about her. Yeah, for The Cat Returns, because Baron is one of the figurines that she sees at the antique shop. And that's how she gets inspired. And you see little clips from what looks like could become The Cat Returns within the thing when she thinks about writing and stuff. It's really cool. But yeah. No one will be surprised. Then we have Will Grahams from Hannibal BBC. Not BBC. NBC? Is that the... whatever. From Hannibal. Will Graham, so Hannibal the show happens before Silence of the Lamb and all that, and it's while oh, he's your boy too? I didn't know he was also your boy. Yeah, it's NBC. Yeah, Gino, of course. I didn't know it was also Antoine's boy. I'm discovering shit. He's in it. I'm working on right now, actually. Exciting. Fucking I mean, of course you love him. He has like 20 dogs. First of all, he's fucking pretty. Second of all, so he is an inspector that has the is able to put himself in the killer's shoes and get who did it and how they did it, because he's able to kind of parallel himself to those people. And he tries to crack the case of Hannibal Lecter, and he also becomes Hannibal Lecter's friend and kind of like patient as well at the same time, and gay lover. You forgot about the dog. How could you forget about the dog, Antoine? I did my stage, friends and patients and lover stages. And he has lots of issues. He has nightmares a lot. He's an insomniac, same. He has 20 dogs. He's a sweetheart. And he just, like, I love characters that are so good in their core and such good people and feel, like, find a part of themselves that snaps, and then you see that part of themselves being more, like, calculating and manipulative, and don't fucking think you can fuck with them because they're nice kind of energy. So good. So good. He is on that top layer. He has to be on that top layer. He could be in Literally Me, but he cannot be anything else. Then we have Artem Wing from She's a Famous. Artem Wing is in the game he's your boss. Kind of, not really. Basically he's a senior attorney and you're the junior attorney under him, so you work with him. But the way that it happens with him, like the relationship you have with him, is a lot more of a colleague on the same page, but he just happens to be senior attorney and you junior attorney and you're like associates, than him being your boss, like very much. For that reason, I am happy that he's not Literally Me. Well, you know, he could have. I'm just too unhinged about him to for it to just be Literally Me. Like the difference between I Am Unwell and Literally Me usually are, not for all of them, because some of them I don't kin and some of them I don't. Yeah. Does me identifying as them take over how much I'm obsessed with them? He too is unwell, I agree. So like that's the difference, kind of thing. So most of them could be in both. But yeah, Artem Wing is an attorney, and he is in love with, like, he within the story fell in love with the main character a long time ago, and he's trying really hard to to flirt and make her see him, and it's heartbreaking. Bestie has so much autism, Riz. His sister is also at the firm, and she gives him a book that's like a book to like help with feelings and stuff, and he reads it and he tries to do stuff for her, but it's never like the right timing or the right thing. It's so sad. It's like I collated it on my taste in fictional characters, while in each of them, given it's only dudes, my bisexuality card is in peril. Don't worry, Juno, I've seen you sim for enough women. So he's only there for a second, but I do have a super kind of program scene, so now who knows what I'll do. If you do a full Will Graham edit, I'll send it to him, don't worry. But yeah, like for example, he tries to get her breakfast and then he goes to see her and she's like, oh, I've already eaten, or like she already has a breakfast sandwich. He brings cake for the office so that she can have a slice, specifically for her to have a slice, and she's like, no, I'm on a diet, I can't have cake right now, I need to stay strong. Like, it's all those little things that are so sweet, and it's like, you're trying so hard. Just talk to her. Like, he walks in on a discussion with her being like, I wouldn't want to date someone that's in the same like job as me. Like he gets put down and down and down. But yeah, he's extremely like sweet and caring and like attentionate. Like he also, when you're with him in the game, you're both really hard workers and you really balance each other out with like work and stuff, because the other one doesn't want the other one to get overworked, so it's a really nice balance and a really nice like thing. And he's just like the ultimate sweetie that has a resting bitch face, and he's also really pretty. So yeah. Do I put you on Mass Protect or do I put you don't? I just care a lot. I'll put him with Marius, because I put them in the same place in my heart. Those two could just be in their own league called I Am a Simp, but then I would have to put half of the list in it, so it's hard. Daredevil! Last one on the list. Oh, we definitely won't have time for the other one. Daredevil. So, Matt Murdock, specifically from the show. Specifically this Matt Murdock. You don't know the when I saw him in Spider-Man, in cinema. I had my friend next to me, and I almost screamed seeing him because of how happy I was. Andrew Garfield, I was really excited. Him wasn't unavailable. I care so much about this man. Seeing him in She-Hulk has healed me. Because he finally got to have a funny little cute story. He got the religious trauma. He got the like funny. He's extremely funny. He's so pretty. He smirks 24/7. He is constantly trying to not hurt others and take care of everything on his own. I love him a lot. And I've loved him a lot for many, many years. He will go in I Am Manuel. Here we have the final Blorbos Tierlist. Ta-da. Wait, is it the? Did I do it on the right side? Yeah. Okay. I have for you. I thought I would go through this in a more timely manner because I didn't think people would be chatting as much, but I am really happy they are. I have for you. We will start it. We might not finish it, but that's fine. Another tier list. An incriminating tier list. You will see patterns. I implore you to ignore them. This is my childhood crushes play tier list. I have digged in the bits of my brain trying to find people again. Him, it was in the little corner. Ah oui, Castiel, hein, Castiel. Il y a Armin aussi. Armand. I have digged. I've done my best. And they're here. So they're specifically all characters that I simmed for when I was young or teen. Yeah, teen is young, but like kid or teen. Most of them are anime and manga, but I specifically put the way I saw them as a child. So most of those I read the mangas, and that's why I put the mangas. Cause some of them are fucking ugly in the anime, and I don't stand by that. But like, for example, Tokyo Ghoul, I watched the anime, so he's in anime form. So, the tiers. Yeah, that's more tiers. Those are you left well for the explanation, which is amazing. Those are my childhood crushes. They're specifically the ones I had as like a child and an early teen. And they're all in the forms that I saw them when I did. So they're all like manga when I read the manga, anime when I read the anime, when I watched the anime. So the tiers are still simpable, and I made S tier is starts with S, A starts with A, B starts with B, C starts with V, and D starts with D. I am doing things. I am working. This is a job. So still simpable, aged gracefully, barely problematic, can justify and don't. I don't see. No, there will be people and don't. I'm like, is there anyone? But yes, they are. So let's start with him. This is Kyo from Fruits Basket. So, he's a little shit, but he's extremely sweet. He is a tsundere at heart, but also in a sweet way. He will be a little shit, but like at the end of the day, he's extremely caring, takes care of his girlfriend. He deserves to be angsty with what the hell he went through. Not best guy in that series? Well, I can't tell if you have shit taste, okay? Yeah, the guy from Tokyo Ghoul. He's so pretty. No, I'm joking because like right now I'm rewatching Fruit Basket with Oak, and Kyo is still my favorite, but I also have my other favorite is also Hatsuharu. Yeah, I think those two are my favorite guys from the show. And of course Toru, but you know. Yeah, Bakugo's there because I had a time. I had a time. So he can go in age gracefully. Because you watch the anime, you watch the new anime, which is just the manga in anime form. You don't think it's that bad. Honestly, we are watching the dub with Oak, and they made him so much meaner in the dub than he is in the sub, which angers me. Because he is a bit like angry and stuff, but he's never actually mean to Toru. Like he is a bit, but like there's a lot of times where he isn't that mean, or like it's not in a way that he says that and stuff. So I'm like, that's not how he would have said it, but it's fine. Then we get Armin from not Mystic Messenger, from My Candy Love, or in French, Amour Secret. Antoine, c'est le chat. Antoine, c'est le chat. C'est pas parce que c'est le manga qu'il faut pas reconnaître les personnages, hein. C'est pas parce qu'ils ont pas du tout la même tête que dans le manga qu'il faut pas reconnaître les personnages. I'm waiting for him to respond. I'm waiting for him to have an... Yeah, here we go. You are dumb. Pour ta défense, tu te souviens jamais des noms. For your defense, you never remember the names of the characters, so even me saying Kyo is not going to help you. Mais c'est le chat. Also, yes, for a lot of them, yeah, he does not have the same face. That's why I'm like joking. For a lot of them, I took pictures. I'm like, oh yeah, he's cute in that, so that I felt less called out. So we have Armin from Amour Secret. He's the only sweet guy in this fucking game. He's the only one that's nice to you. They made him so fucking dirty in the college life part that he has, and in anything, and in all the things. Like, so I will be talking only of the one from the game before he changed the outfit, because they also gave him a fucked up outfit. In Armin We Trusted, and Shinomiko once again did us a disservice because she cannot write for shit. So, I will say barely problematic, because with the new things in mind, he's in barely problematic. Without it, he would be in age gracefully, but I have to take in account the fact that within the game, for no fucking reason, he leaves you to go work in another country and never calls you again. Even though in-game you're supposed to be dating. Like, what the fuck? But yeah. Then we have Sio from Utano Princess-sama. I put him in because I thought it was funny. I don't remember much about him. Utano Princess-sama is a reverse harem anime about a girl that's in a school with a bunch of people, and she makes an idol group with all the guys, and she writes the song for them, and they all try to get with her. Gamer equal red flag. Yeah, that's true. It's not... Honestly... Even with that in mind, he's not the most red flag of them. Sorry. Castiel became better. Lisandre stayed okay. Nathaniel went worse. New love interests are worse, so, you know. Is a fucking Nathaniel. Allez, Richou. Oh, bûcher. Oh, putain. Whatever. So yeah, he's in the group. He is like cute little pink guy. He's very energetic, very sweet. He kind of has a thing going on with another guy of the group. Marie-Antoinette là-haut, bien sûr. So I'll put him in like here, because I don't remember him much, so I don't know if he did anything. But the anime within itself could almost go in. No, the anime is not that bad. I'm sure. Apparently the game is very fun, but the game doesn't exist anymore. Sadly, I wish I could have played it like they did a gacha game. It looked really fun. Then we have Castiel. So I'm going to talk specifically on the Castiel that I played, like with Armin. He's also in Amour Secret. Yeah, he was your début d'amour. Helen is the queen of all queens for succeeding to date this guy within game, because he is extremely hard to do. He's a route that makes no sense. He's a hardcore misogynist. He's a shithead. He's extremely mean to you. Oh, you cheated? Ah, good for you. Yeah, because the thing with him is that to date him in game, you have to be a bit mean to him because he likes that, but not too mean because then he gets annoyed. So you never know where to go. That's needing the hard conversationist. For her defense, out of the two, basically the thing with him is that when you start Amour Secret, you either have him or Rich Boy. And Rich Boy is worse, so everyone goes for the bad boy. And then you get other options, and usually people then go to other people. But some people have need to be with him. The thing with him as well is that we have checked the new storylines. He's so much better they have fixed him in the future parts of the game, in like the college life part of the game. He got so much better, and he's also prettier. And they hinted that he was going to be in the one that you're playing right now with Helen. They hinted, they said, oh, he's supposed to be here. He was not here. We got cheated. We got fucking cheated. And I'm still not over it. They teased him and he was not there. Fuck you, Shinoiko. So, here. You go to Can't Justify. Because you're not the worst. But you're not good. It's like, it's also clickbait that doesn't serve anything. It's clickbait that doesn't... it's not clickbait that serves... Because it was not... Actually, I don't know if it was in the summary of the episode. No, it was not even in the summary of the episode. Like, it's not you're going to click on the episode because you think it's going to be there. It's not teased in it. Just to hurt us. Then, we have... Also, this is the time where I realized that a bunch of them don't just look alike, they also have similar names. His name is Ukyo, his name is Ikuto, Usui, Kyo, the fuck. The man that moves the Legends of Pillow. I'm going to it. But yeah, Kyo, Ikuto, Kyo, Ikuto, Ukyo, Usui, Bakugo. Like, have other names, besties. No, he's not from Loveless. He's not from Loveless. I don't know what Loveless is. He's from Shugokara. Yeah, the blondies are together. They're both voiced by the same VA? Oh, that's very fun. That's very fun. So, Shugokara is a manga where our main character Amu is a primary school girl, and she has adventures and shit. She has two main love interests. One is a guy in her class called Karase, and the other one is Ikuto, which is an older boy. Most people thought when they were reading the manga that that Amu, so the main character, was in middle school and he was in high school. Not great, but okay. I mean, not okay, but like, yeah. By the end of the show, by the end of the show, Amu starts middle school and Ikuto leaves high school. So he's 18 and she's 11 or 12. And the whole time, he was 17 or 16 when she was 10 or 9 or 11. And it ends on the hint that they're going to be together, because she doesn't end up with the other guy. It ends on the hint that they're going to end up together because he kisses her on the nose, and he leaves for, I can't remember where he leaves for, but he leaves somewhere, and he tells her, "I'll come back when you're old enough." He says, I'll come back when you're old enough. And that's how it ends. I really saw like them to get next to each other on the manga when I was looking for stuff, and like they look around the same age, so it's fucked up. Le groupe original. The worst part of this is that his love interest for Ikuto is either Amu or his or his sister, because his sister keeps wanting to date him. I love that manga, but fuck, like. So now to the good parts. He was a cat boy with a lot of leather and cross designs and a crop top, and he looked really cute. He has a very sad backstory where he's basically kind of forced to be in this evil organization to help his sister and make sure that they don't like they have like money and stuff. And he takes care of his sister. He's this very like emo guy, just like, and like gets sweeter as you know him. And when I rewatched a bit of it a while back, he is so gross to Amu, it's horrible. He has really cute moments, but also the amount of time he comments on her, knowing full well as a primary school student and he's 16 or 17, is something. I need to reread the manga though for like the nostalgia of it all. But yeah, yeah. Yeah. Next guy. So, that's why I said like he's not the worst, because I knew what was coming afterwards. Ukyo from Monochrome Animals. Monochrome Animals is the series that you can see behind me. Here, that series in black and white here. That's Monochrome Animals. This. I need to reread it as well, because I haven't read it in a while. And this used to be my favorite shoujo for a very long time, and it doesn't have really a reason for it. It's an okay shoujo. It's quite good, but like it's not incredible. So I don't know why. But I was obsessed with it. He is a panther. A Black Panther boy. So he has little ears and little tail. And basically, it's a story of a young girl who can't go to high school. Like gets a thing where it's like, oh, you want like private tutoring in this high school, and she doesn't really have money, so she's like, this is the first fucking like day of my life. I want to so like Lodo and stuff. I remember sitting in the high school hallway reading the last pages because you learned the manga and crying before the. Oh, I fully forgot this. Oh, I'm crying right before the class started. Thank you for calling me. Oh, that's so cute. I'm so happy I did that. I fully forgot. Aww. I would do it again. I need to reread also the other manga that the author has done, Soundless Noise, because I remember really liking it from the scans and stuff. But yeah, main character is just a human girl. Yeah, I would do it again, of course. I still do it. I said, like, all the people in chat right now, I mean, except Juno. Juno hasn't had like let me lend you this shit, because all the things that I thought Juno would like, she already had. But like, the other 3 people in chat right now that know me IRL, that are like just the 3 of them, know that I keep being like, here, read this, it will wreck you. Read this, you'll love it. Read this, you're going. And then I hand them the physical books when I can. You'll all have books of mine at your fucking places, and you better read them and give them back to me. Yeah, you just have great taste, you know. I agree. Yeah, but making friends cry since 1999. But yeah, this girl goes to this school and learns that it's a school for princess and princesses and like royalty in general from another world, which all the people are halfway beast, halfway humans. And so she becomes the rabbit. And most of the people in that school are predators, so they have to keep themselves from eating the rabbits. And she has a fake like ears and fake nails that she has to wear 24/7, because if not, they will eat her, because the smell of a human is the tastiest thing to them. And they go to that school to try to become, to control themselves. And one person at the end of the school can win to become a human. And he is basically the main love interest for her. And I had a huge crush on him when I was a kid. And he is a bit bitchy, a bit of a brat. Very much a brat, to be fair. He has a lot of trauma. We love it, as always. He keeps making fun of the main character for her size, because she's small. And stuff. We stand. It's fun. But he's like, has a sweetheart behind it. We know the drill. There's 5 characters already like that in that fucking thing. I will say barely problematic, because he is a bit of a shithead, from what I remember. He's not as like age gracefully as Kyo, so I can't put him there. Then we have Kish from Tokyo Mew Mew. He's an alien. Tokyo Mew Mew is a story of girls that end up being injected with powers given from endangered species of animals, and they become magical girls, and they try to save the world and the species and stuff. Yeah, he's gross. Kish is an alien that has a tank top, so that's why I liked him. Not a tank top, but crop top, sorry, a crop top. And he fully falls for the main character, and he has a whole, like, inferiority complex, which I'm guessing is what I liked about him. He also is very pretty. I loved him, but I was like, why? Yeah, very much. That's the kind of character that does that. As a kid, you're like, I fucking love you. You have a sick design. You're so cool. Why? Because he kisses the main character without her consent, which is not great. Is it? It's not great. And he's a bit of a bitch in general. So I will say don't, because that is sexual assault, and we don't like that. But yeah, he's grumpy brat boy, though. So, next we have Haku from Naruto. Another character that lives for 3 chapters. Haku is a very androgynous guy. That is just best boy. He's just the sweetest. He has a very sweet relationship with the guy that takes care of him as well. They're so gay. He's incredibly badass. He's an assassin. Like, fucking love him. Still simpable. Incredible. Son Gohan is the son of Son Goku from Dragon Ball. And Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z were some of the first manga I've ever read. And anime I've ever watched, because I watched them on TV. And I had a crush on specifically Son Gohan as an adult. As like a teen adult more than an adult, because then he has a kid and stuff. But like when he was like in university, those years, I don't know if it's because he had a different haircut, but like... Because all the other boys in his fucking family have the same haircut. But I had a crush on Son Gohan. He's quite sweet. He's very smart. He has the whole, like, I like to eat Dragon Balls thing. He's cute. It's still simpable. I don't simp for him as much anymore and stuff. But, like, when I see him in a game and he's pretty, I'm like, yeah. Bakugo. So, Bakugo from Boku no Hero Academia. Okay, so the thing is, right, I know things about the manga now that I didn't get at the time, because I'm specifically from the early era of Bakugo, because then I stopped reading / watching Boku no Hero. I've seen screens from it recently, and like, it's so pretty. The manga is honestly, for all its faults, the drawings are really pretty. He's a brat. He's a pretty brat. He's a pretty brat with fire hair. With explosion hair that just likes to be a bitch, and is very shy. I have cosplayed him many times. I would put him in barely problematic, because he becomes so much better. That's the thing, is that yes, he has his whole thing at the start where he bullies and stuff, but the whole arc with him is him becoming better. You can't say you can't look at people and be like, oh, we want better written characters, but you can't fucking handle a redemption arc. Like Bestie. Whatever. Then we have Uzui from Maid-sama. See, I thought he was really... He has a really good relationship, exactly. No, Brian, I will not make a bratted with him. Yeah, I agree. You shouldn't. Could be fun, though. So, Usui. When I reread Maid-sama a while back, I was like, oh, I remember him as a really sweet, like a bit bratty, but like rich boy, love interest guy. He's so misogynistic. He's Castiel Core. He's Castiel Core. You gorgeous red flag, exactly. He has money. Got all my friends obsessed with him in like middle school or something. Thank you. He's so pretty and it doesn't help. But like, yeah, this man gave fucking, like, he kept breaking all of them, all of the, any boundaries the main female character has, breaks all of them constantly. So basically, in Maid Summer, we follow the main character Misaki, and she is a maid as a part-time job while being also a student council president in her high school. And she set the bar for a stoic yet playful character that came down the line, paves the way, I'm afraid, truly, and some have done it better than him. And she does that. So she has her really like strict image in high school, and then she has to do what she needs to do at the maid cafe. And one day he discovers her secret that she works at the maid cafe, and since then he can blackmail her if he wants to, and he also falls for her because he's like, he loves the dichotomy of this girl, and he falls for her and he tries to make her fall for him, and it works. He's a rich boy with secrets and possession issues, because he will make sure that no one can fucking approach Misaki from a 500-meter, like, whatever. He will fall off a building to catch a fucking photo of her. He has done that. He will give her hickeys so that she has to put a shirt on because he thinks she's too pretty with a swimsuit, and he doesn't want anyone else to see her in a swimsuit. Yeah, he's done stuff that are not great throughout the thing. So he's between those two, because he is also like really endearing. No, I won't put him, because like he's the same as Castiel. He's the same as Castiel pretty much. Because he has very endearing moments. Like when I see this face, I'm like, oh, because the thing is, he doesn't look like that most of the time. That's the face he has when he is listening to Misaki and she said something nice to him, and that fucking hurts me. So Uta from Tokyo Ghoul, he's just that cool-ass tattoo and piercer artist. Don't remember much about him, just that I thought he was really attractive and that he's a bit of a nerd, and didn't speak a lot, so I will put him in Still Simpable. Yeah, that's true. He's always like straight-faced and stuff, or like he has his eyes like very slinted and things, and when his eyes open more, you know that he's like being a puppy kind of energy. It's like so sweet. Then we have Shake, specifically Shake from Smash Bros, because I have not played any game which Shake is in. It is purely visual, still simpable, still pretty. We stand a gender bend. I don't have much more to say about it, because that's literally all that I knew as a kid. It's just I saw him in Smash Bros and I was like, this one. So, if you felt like those two were a bit too empty, don't worry, people are coming. 7 from Mystic Messenger. So Mystic Messenger is a game. Mystic Messenger is a dating horror game in which you play a girl that gets tricked to go to an apartment to by a mystery person texting her. Yeah, I wish it hadn't been either. And you get into this chat room with all those boys and one girl, and you're locked in an apartment that is an apartment of a dead girl that was part of their organization and of that group chat, and you then have to organize a party, but also they try to guess why the fuck you're here and who was the person that texted you, and you get to learn about all these people, and those are 2 of the people in question. I was obsessed with this game, and it's really easy for me to be obsessed with that kind of game. Not that long ago, I redid a run from it, and I was so fucking happy. And I could never do the run of those 2 guys, which were my favorites, for the simple reason that you have to fucking pay money to do their runs, and I refuse to. 7 is a hacker and also a kind of like all-knowing character that is the only person. He sends Undertale of Mystic Messenger. He's the only person conscious that you're doing all those runs, and he's like, why do you never date me, basically. He's very angsty. The main bad character of the game is his brother. Like, there's a lot of angst around him, and I was aware of some of the angst, and I also liked how playful and cute he was. He loves to cosplay. He loves to be a nerd. He's extremely playful. He's kind of Zeke coded in a way. When I was rereading some of the answers, I was like, that's a bit Zeke coded. He's a little shit. I would say barely problematic, because he's not the worst. Because we have Jumin Han, which was the other character I simped for a lot in Mystic Messenger. He is a misogynist. I was so shocked at how misogynistic he is when I replayed the game not that long ago. But also all the characters kind of are. They hate women, they all hate women, honestly. He also has BDSM things, so like, I never did his bad ending because I couldn't play his fucking ending, but basically, if you do a certain ending with him, he will make sure that you have GPS trackers in your shoes and can never leave, and you replace his cat. He loves his cat a bit too much. Yellow is kind of just a misogyny tier, but he's not going to go in yellow, is he? He's not going to go in yellow. He loves his cat a bit too much, and he is, no, he's not going in yellow. I had fireworks? I didn't see because I don't have the camera. I don't see my camera. Oh, I'm like that now, but clip it, gamers. I didn't activate anything. It's it's Apple. It's like the thumbs up thing. Whatever. It's so fucking funny. I love that I have animations I don't want there. So yeah, he loves his cat a bit too much. You replace his cat in that route. You have a cage. It's not consensual. You go here. You're also a misogynist. He is very funny at some points though. He has good sense of humor. I will give him that. He's very stoic but pretty boy, like all that thing. He looks kind of like Artem Wing. Like, he's pretty. Hibari. Talked of it before. He aged beautifully. I don't remember him being problematic, especially because in that anime we meet the future versions of the characters, so I know he aged gracefully as well. Okay, then we have Sasori from Naruto. Sasori, same. 3 chapters, then bye-bye bestie. So... Trauma Bebu, exactly. He's a doll boy. I loved him. I was obsessed with him for absolutely no reason in Naruto. Barely problematic. He was a bad boy. He was part of the evil organization, whatever. But he was cool. I liked him. Then we have this dude. This is Alexandre from... the one, the only... Star Boutique. The DS game. And he, I remember simping for him so hard. Basically, there's a rumor, apparently it's true, I don't remember, that if you do a certain amount of customers, you can go on a date with him. And I was obsessed with trying to do that, and I never got to that number of customers, because I get bored really quickly. But he's so cute, you can romance him in the game, he's really sweet, I really liked him. He's still simpable, and I want to try, yeah, ADHD. I want to play, let's see, no, Style Boutique on stream. I want to get an emulator to do that, and I will try. I will do it. Come down outside. So, like, you know, we will meet him again together. And then we have the last boy on here. No, I won't get his date on stream because that's too many dates. That's too many things to do. Because I think it's like you have to do like 10,000 clients or something. Like, it's a lot. I'm not doing like 10-hour streams, so I just do all the fucking clients to try to get his date. So, Lenka Ganone. The biggest don't. I was the same age as him when I was simping for him. The thing with Len, right? The issue with Len is that it's kind of hard when a character has all the personalities you can give him because he is a singing program that people make songs for, and for some reason they insist of giving him all the songs about sex. Because in some storyline he's great, in some storyline he's not. So I will say barely problematic. People are screaming outside. Because the thing is, in some storylines he's just a sweet, sweet boy, and in some storylines he does things. And you can't really control that. But as a character in within of itself, he's just a sweet guy that likes to sing, he's a rock star, and has a sister. Sometimes. So, now that we've done all of this, so we have the two, the two lists we've done today, my childhood simplest and my Blorbos list. We have gone at the end of the journey perfectly on midnight. I'm going to go back to this cam so I can go back on Twitch. Here we go. Oh, I'm glad the stomp was perfect. I stomp a lot on my desk. I love to do that. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so. Hope you enjoyed. I hope you had fun. This was very fun for me to do. I even had my little, like, you can't see shit, post-it note with all the names and stuff of the characters for the second list, in case I forgot some names. But yeah. Yeah, apparently, I haven't seen them either. I will watch the clip when I'm done, in like 5 seconds. But yeah. Thank you so much for joining. Tomorrow, at 9 PM as well, we have another drawing stream, and I will probably finish the sketches that I started last time. To remind everyone, this is the sketch in question. You can't see shit, but that's fine. Wait. There we go. Yeah, you can't see shit. But that's okay. But we'll continue this tomorrow, and then maybe do some painting, I think, because that won't take me 3 hours. I'm glad you had fun. For people that, because I always fully forget to say that, I realized, for people that are interested to watch streams that they are missing, because the thing is, since I'm not affiliate on Twitch, I only have the VODs up for 7 days, and I cannot change that. I have a YouTube channel in my links that you can find in my link tree, where you can see all of the VODs if you're interested in seeing them. I will also, of course, put a link to the Discord to anyone that's interested to join into Discord to see anything that I post on there, and potential like plannings and stuff, because I have my plannings and everything on Discord. And to end it, I will shout out, of course, always ZK and Juno, which are sweet enough to be here and help me and be nice from time to time for ZK and always for Juno. Yeah, and on that note, I will go. Thank you for staying the evening with me. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.